when Raw, SmackDown, WWE, or AEW end. Tune in to The Joe Cronin Show. Live on YouTube for review and reaction. Joe Cronin and Jake break down all the action. All of it. The Joe Cronin Show. Your source for wrestling opinions, news, and insanity. A wrestling podcast with attitude. Mature audiences only. Join our community of over 70,000 people. Subscribe free on YouTube to The Joe Cronin Show.
Wow, okay, that was night 2 of WrestleMania. Oh my God, man. Whoops. What's up, wrestling fans? I'm Joe Cronin. This is the Joe Cronin Show for over 9 years here on YouTube. WrestleMania 37. This is night number 2. And you know what that means. 2 always makes me think of my mother's mammary glands. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, subscribe if you're new. Shout out to Boyle7 who just became a subscriber. Welcome to the JCS Nasty Army, you little sex beast. I love you. What's up to the chat? It's night 2 WrestleMania 37, April 11th. Wow, that was WrestleMania, night 2. I mean, I may combust tonight. I may explode into the atmosphere tonight. Wow. First of all, what in the hell? What in the hell were they doing with the Fiend at the beginning of this show? Can someone please explain this to me? What in the world were they doing with the Fiend and Randy Orton? And I don't care. You know, I saw someone say, like, oh, the story continues. It's so interesting. Is it really? Is it really interesting? That like, 1 minute, the Fiend is this unstoppable zombie guy. The next minute, he's easily beatable and you can light him on fire. And now tonight, when everything seems to be coming to a head, when you're like, this is gonna finally end the story, even though the best stuff we saw was the Fiend being lit on fire and all the flames and the fire and how crazy it was, that was the best that rivalry got. And you're like, well, how can they top it? Because it's gonna have to be something crazy special at WrestleMania in order to top what these two have done already. And really, it's been a couple of flashes of brilliance and then a whole bunch of convoluted back and forth BS. Fiend comes back after being disfigured and still loses, says DJ Scandalous. Yes. Now, fine, if there's a bigger story here, great. But we've been saying that every week, I feel like. I feel like every week we say that. Like, oh, if there's something bigger happening, then we'll see what happens. And then they do something, and it's interesting for a second, and then they just completely pull out on it. And that's what's been going on. And it continues to this moment, to this very moment. It continues. And I don't know why. I don't know. I don't understand. I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't know if they, like, did someone have poopy problems? So they were like, listen, I got poopy problems. I'm not going to be able to really wrestle tonight and do the thing the way we wanted to do it. So, listen, let's just go out there really quick. I'll show my face and we'll get the hell out of there. You know, I mean, it's just very strange to me. Very strange stuff. I don't understand it. And I'm not happy about it. That's all I can say. Jake DeMarco is here as well. And
I love the Fiend. You know I love the Fiend. And I was genuinely looking forward as to what are they going to do with this match? What are they going to do tonight? What happens? And instead, they gave us probably one of the weakest entries in this Fiend saga so far. It seems like it's far from over with, which I was really hoping wasn't the case. I don't want to see this continue going further at all whatsoever.
Oh my God, no.
And the conclusion was ridiculous, made no sense. She's oozing black from her head like the stuff Randy was coughing up. And even if this leads to, I said this on Twitter, I know, but even if this leads to the greatest ending of like a wrestling story of all time,
yeah,
I don't care, because of everything that happened tonight was so embarrassingly like sinful and so insulting to all WWE fans that there is no excusing this, and there is no redemption from how bad this was. The match was bad. How they executed the match was bad. The entrance was pretty cool, but it could have been so much more. It felt still a bit lacking. The magic Jack in the Box was a really cool idea, but no smoke or pyro for that. And then he just jumps on top of Orton. I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool, but it looked like he was like, I don't know how I'm going to get down at first. They just had a big pop goes the weasel box there to have him pop out of, and the crowd kind of played to it, but building up to the match, it was like, oh, you see the burnt Fiend walking and he transforms back into his regular Fiend, and they kind of talk on commentary, meaning like, oh, does that mean he's indestructible tonight? Does that mean that he's, back to his scary self? No, it just means he's going to fucking lose the one RKO in 5 minutes.
Like, what is going on?
The opening match was less than 6 minutes long. He got the one RKO successfully. He tried for one. The first time he failed, and then the second time the Fiend got the mandible claw as a reversal for the RKO. That was cool.
He's the opposite of the Undertaker. They turned him into the opposite of the Undertaker.
But remember how most of what I heard from that person was pretty spot on about the cannons being accurate and the way the stage was going to look, how some of the match layout was going to be. I told you earlier this would be the first match. Everything that I've heard so far has been right. And he said that they were setting up this big pyro moment in the Fiend match.
Yeah.
He didn't lie, but he played it up a lot bigger than... All it was the Kane turnbuckle pyro from Alexa Bliss.
Yeah. It was all...
That was it. That was their big pyro moment. I was expecting something extraordinary with how much pyro they were... I mean, they were setting off millions of dollars at a time worth of pyro, and all they could do was light up Kane's turnbuckles, which Kane did a better job of later on. And then Alexa's just... like, it's a distraction option, and it doesn't make sense because the Fiend was no-selling all these moves left and right. The draping DDT 3 times he got hit with what you would call Willow's Bell. Didn't hurt him. He kicks out at 1, but he gets 1 RKO because he's distracted by Alexa, and that's fuck all. That's what the the fat lady sings.
Yeah, this was very strange. I mean, I just gotta... I can't tell you enough. Like, what are you doing? Like, if this is the opening match to WrestleMania Night 2, all this buildup, if there ever should have been a match that it's fucking over, or it feels like it's over. If you want to start it up again, whatever. But, dude, this should have been it's it. But it should have been a clue to us that it wasn't over.
This should have been our Return of the Jedi, where until years later the feud was over. Because we've seen Randy beat Orton.
No, what this was
Randy beat the Fiend or Bray at Mania already. And Bray does not have a great track record at Mania. He's lost to Cena. He's lost to The Undertaker. He eventually got revenge on Cena. But this made so much sense for him to get revenge on Orton because he lost to Orton at Mania, where they did the stupid bugs in the ring and the maggots and the projections. And so all of this just stood for the Fiend winning. Why have him transform? Why is Alexa dripping black stuff out of her face now? Like, what? It's not even really that interesting. Like, I'm wondering.
It's not
why,
an opener, though.
I don't really care.
It's not an opener. This is not the opener. Like, even if this dumbass thing that they decided to do tonight with this was what they wanted to do, or you wanted to do that, that's not the opener of WrestleMania. That should have been the
Kevin Owens
second
and Sami Zayn should have been the opener.
Yeah, that put a sour mood on the whole night. Was the first.
It did, because right now we have no kickoff, show essentially. So we get into this, and it's like, all right, That's our first thing. Less than a 6-minute match with all these crappy effects and no real wrestling. And I thought at first, I'm like, oh, we're going to get a really good match maybe between these two, and that's going to be the story. We didn't even get that. Like it was one single RKO. There was one attempted one, but only one successful RKO. That was the stupid distraction, dusty finish. The whole thing was like just a total debacle and insulting to the fans.
Greg, you are bringing up what the story looks like it's going to be. So, Greg, you have a good point. Greg says Alexa controls the Fiend. He wants to get away from her. That's the storyline they're going to go with. I mean, clearly, right?
But I don't care what they go with. It could be the best thing ever. This was so insulting. I don't feel like it could be recovered at this point.
It just shouldn't have opened Mania.
This be involved again.
If you're going with, like, you know that if you're going with, hey, this story is far from over. Well, if you're going with that and you know that and you show me this match in the back, I'm going to say, well, that cannot go on last. That cannot go on first. That is something that needs to go on in the middle of the show or the beginning, middle of the show. I'm shocked that they led with that. It put me in such a what mood, and then the women came on. I didn't get into WrestleMania until the end of the women after that match because I was like, what is...
Well, I got some shit saying, oh, well, pick a side. Natalya and Tamina are fucking heels. They're bad people. Like, that's the point of their characters. I'm not saying them personally, but same thing with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Now, heel versus heel matches, even teams, has worked in the past. But you have to have two heels with one specifically either being a tweener or out of the two bad heels, one still being so bad he's cool or popular and over still. You need someone for the fans to cheer for. Yes, the fans got into Tamina at a couple of points, but they also got excited for Shayna at a few points in times too. So it doesn't really matter here. No one was rightfully there to be cheered for. This shouldn't have happened. They should have had Liv Morgan and the Riot Squad, Ruby Riot, together to take on Nia and Shayna. And why Nia and Shayna retain here is even more questionable. Of all the people not to lose their belts, it's those two. The run they've had has been one of the most pitiful and disrespectful to the titles. I wouldn't want to see Natalya and Tamina be champions, but I guess it's a step up from what we have now, kind of. Tamina tried to do some things, and look decent. She did some top rope maneuvers and nothing looked fantastic, but she tried. I'll give her that much. She tried. She went out there. She did her best. Still not what a female competitor should be at. Natalya even was sloppy putting on the sharpshooter. That looked awful. Natalya powerbombing. This is
her family, and she looks terrible all the time doing her family's
Natalya
stuff.
Powerbombing and head butting. What's her name? Nia Jax. That was awful, and thank God Tamina broke it up because it was like, what is this?
Well, someone in the chat, who is it? Phenomenal Matt.
I think I said that backwards. Tamina got Natalya, headbutt and powerbomb.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Phenomenal Matt in the chat, and a lot of people said this. So great point by him, but it's also a great point by a lot of you guys. A lot of people said this throughout the night. I thought it too as well, and so it's clear as day that it is a big issue. And the big issue is it felt like
a big issue.
I haven't even said what it is yet.
Go ahead.
Tonight felt rushed as hell. Like it just felt like
quickly do it. I thought you were talking about what I was saying of heel versus heel with no one to cheer for.
No, I was building up what I've been hearing people say a lot tonight.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right about that.
Yeah, it just felt like everything, not everything quite, but like they just felt like a lot of stuff was like rushed, and stuff was nice. Like
no, everything was rushed. It all felt disjointed. And last night they had a reason to be rushed, and they didn't feel this way.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was match placement. Certainly, and it was the way that, like, the Fiend should not have led off, like you said. That really should have gone to the third match, to the Kevin Owens Sami Zayn match. That would have gotten the crowd hot, and you could still do the women at number 2. But the women's match, the participants were just poorly chosen from night one. For some reason, the story really has been, everyone had high betting odds with Naomi and Lana because of everything that happened with Lana and Nia Jax. We thought she was finally going to get her comeuppance, her revenge, all the table shots and everything. And just the one thing that happened at the Rumble, WWE seems to feel that's enough, but fans wanted more.
Yeah.
I was fine with that. I was fine with the Riot Squad, but I expected a lot of titles to change hands, and that was really not the case. Tonight felt like a glorified Raw as compared to last night feeling like WrestleMania. I agree, Gazmania.
Some of it kind of felt like those go-home shows they would put on as special events, and you're like, oh, yeah, but nothing can really happen because it's a go-home show thing.
But it kind of felt non-canon in an instance, too.
Yeah.
So the women's tag title match was just not good. Like I said, Natalia's got this terrible sharpshooter, and they messed up because Baszler is really the legal woman, even though Jax is in the sharpshooter. So then Shayna comes up and hits her with the Karafuda clutch and chokes out Natalya to get the win. The ending itself wasn't a bad ending. That was portrayed well. Like, they did do a good job with their execution. You know, it's a piss poor sharpshooter, but the Karafuda clutch being locked in looked good. So I'll give them that much. Thing is, you got a 15-minute match here, and the live crowd enjoyed it far more than I ever felt like I did. The participants, I'm not a fan of any one of them. The only person I used to like was Shayna Baszler. Everyone else, for me, they do nothing. So,
well, you know, I am going to go to a donation, but it's just like, dude, the pacing was off, and real quickly, I didn't mind like the middle of WrestleMania tonight, night 2 wasn't so bad. It was just like a lot of 7 out of 10, like pretty nice. Like Apollo and Big E felt like they had to rush, but what they did was good. Like, it was fine. That could have started the night. Give them an extra 3 minutes, and that could have started the night.
Everything felt like it needed more time. Yeah, literally, the Randy Orton Fiend match was 5:50. The Nia match, that was 14:20, so that was okay. That could have actually taken away 3 minutes to give up time somewhere else. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn was 9 minutes. Excellent match. We'll talk about that next. But less than 10 minutes at Mania.
And Mr. E in the chat says Bad Bunny was the best thing about WrestleMania.
It was good last night. I don't know if it was the best, but it was certainly up there.
It is one of the better things that what is going on?
It really is one of the better things we saw. And then Riddle and Sheamus, their match, my notes was 10:40.
Riddle got blasted in the face, dude. He what the hell happened to him?
That was brutal. That
right in the chin.
Brogue kick, that finishing brogue kick was one of the best Mania moment finishers since Seth Rollins went to go stomp Randy and got hit with the RKO at WrestleMania 31. That was the best finisher reversal moment I've seen since then. That was so cool. The slow-mo looked great. It bloodied his mouth. All of it was perfect.
Guys,
devastating ending.
We are almost one vote off from last night's voting on my Twitter poll. Last night, WrestleMania 1, Night 1, WrestleMania 37, Night 1. You guys gave it 63% good. That's a 63% thumbs up, and even 16% with an amazing, which is like a double thumbs up. And only 8% of you said it was bad, and 12% said you didn't see it. Well, tonight, the same amount of you said you didn't see it. However, good went down from 63% down to 36%. Almost nobody said awesome. And horrible is winning the poll at 48% for night 2. Clearly a hands-down loss tonight for night 2. And I gave last night a 6.5. Jake, I think, gave it a 7. I think that was our scores. I'm not 100%. But, I'd have to give tonight probably a 5.5. And
I think I gave last night a 7.5, or maybe it was an 8 because I would have given it a 7.5, but I gave it an extra half for the crowd.
Okay.
You want to buy some Ray-Bans?
Yeah, I want to buy some Ray-Bans, Jake, with your hacked account, you son of a bitch. Dude, your Twitter
account. If anybody
account,
wants to buy some, I'll send
how
you
did
the
they
link.
Tweet that many times from your Twitter account today?
It's crazy, the script that they have. Microsoft Rewards has it where you do 100 searches a day, and it'll count towards your points. So my buddy wrote a script where I just click a button and it searches 100 different times. It's great. I don't have to do any of the work. This is the same idea. It sends the same tweet, but it uses everyone you're tagging, everyone you follow, to tag one by one. So it adds as many people as it can at one time.
I loved your Twitter today. Here comes donations.
You become
Nick.
A shitball.
Nick Grasso.
Over 300 tweets.
WTF was that with the Fiend? They just killed him.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
I don't think they killed him. Do you really think they killed him? I said this earlier,
No,
Joe.
they killed
I honestly
us.
feel like they didn't kill him.
They killed
but
us.
they ruined him.
No, he's been ruined, but I mean, he's just more ruined. It's just like more dumb stuff that nobody cares about.
I was into the Fiend. I was heavily into the Fiend initially when the Firefly Funhouse first came out, and it was like this crazy Pee Wee Herman nuts, shit. I was like, oh, this is great. And then from there, it just, I don't know. The Fiend's not ruined, but in the eyes of all the fans, I think that they just don't care at all. This was strike 3.
Well, this is a
strike
troll.
1 was Hell in a Cell. Strike 2 was what's his name, Goldberg, winning the title overseas at the Saudi show.
Yep.
And strike 3 was tonight.
Damn, you're
and
right.
We've seen Bray lose before many times at Mania. He lost to The Undertaker. He lost to John Cena. He lost to Randy Orton. And then he lost at the following WrestleMania. Before that, really, it was all the Wyatt family that lost to The Rock, but it really was really just Eric Rowan. But that was Bray's match at 32. So
I don't understand this.
34. I don't know what he did there, but
I just want to say right now that I've been spinning the wheel in my head tonight, but TK Jones just became a new subscriber. TK Jones, thank you for subscribing here to the Joe Cronin Show. We're live after every single WWE event like we have been for the last 9 years here on the Joe Cronin Show. Hit the like button, stick the thumb up my ass, be like him, and subscribe so you guys don't miss us. We'll be live tomorrow night after Monday Night Raw. We're going to take phone calls. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff here tonight. The chat's on fire. People are getting wet, and people are dropping donos. Thank to Mr. Grasso for the dono.
Joe,
Here's no.
how did it take only one RKO to beat the Fiend? The man kicked out of 20 curb stomps at Hell in a Cell. LOL, the commentators did not know who that person was that helped Apollo Crews win. He was at Raw Underground, you retards. We all know who he is.
I'm wondering if the Bo Dallas thing is true. I don't know, maybe because it was weird how he was acting. I get it. We're now doing the things they want us to do. We're asking questions. Who's it? What's going on? What's happening? So they're effectively showing you why they did what they did tonight to get you interested to talking about what's going on here so they can have a story on TV. Now, we talked about this potentially being a situation that would happen with WWE because of how bad their weekly show is, and because now their shows on the network or Peacock or whatever it is, Butt Pump, whatever they're on, because they're not really fully pay-per-views anymore, they actually many times use their special events to promote stuff that's going to go down on their TV shows. And they typically, seemingly, like to have at least one story that absolutely continues to TV. Because that way you now got to tune in for the ratings there. But I don't think they understand that I've said this a million times, and here I am saying it again on WrestleMania night. The attention span of the WWE audience, of millennials and younger people, even younger, is completely not there. And I'll tell you what, I'll be honest, my attention span isn't there for this type of long feud story. We need to get to a fucking point. If you want to tell some story about how Bray Wyatt has something else going on and Alexa Bliss and they're controlling something and there's some bigger story going on, do it within 2 to 3 different people's feuds. Don't do it all in one feud with Randy Orton only, where nothing is changing and we're feeling like you're telling us something new, then you're trolling us. You're telling us something new, then you're trolling us. Then you're trolling us. Then you're telling us the same thing for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then we get to the match, and it's a troll again. The Fiend is all-powerful. He can beat anybody. The Fiend can be beaten easily. The Fiend can be killed, but he comes back to life. The Fiend, when he comes back to life, loses a match really quickly, easily. Alexa Bliss is super powerful, but she's not. She needs the Fiend to come back. But then she's bleeding from their head from the black stuff, but Randy Orton does that too. I mean, what is going on here? It feels, I'm sorry, maybe this will lead to some amazing thing and it will all tie in. I doubt that. But if it does, well, it's already too late. It's like you want to come and rape me and you want to come and rape me with a fucking knife and a dildo And then you want to tell me, oh, guess what? You win the Publishers Clearinghouse. Oh, well, thanks. I'm glad I won the Publishers Clearinghouse. I'm glad I won some money. I wish I didn't have to be knifed in the sphincter for a week in order to get it. I wish you didn't have to kill my family in a goddamn camping accident in order to get the money. Can you have just given me the money without all this terrible having to happen? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're fucking with these people, especially the kids. Anybody younger than 25 wants to end themselves right now. I mean, maybe the kids aren't, like, people who are under 18 are enjoying it because they're so, like, you know what I mean? When you're a kid, you're like, duh, like, it's real. Like, you know, I don't know. But, like, or you're 10 or something, you like this. But there's no way that most people can possibly enjoy just being fucked with as far as the Fiend goes. So that is a huge mistake, and it's certainly the biggest problem. Fine, if you want to say, Joe, it's wrestling, man. They're telling this amazingly long story. You should be happy with it. Fine, maybe I'm wrong, but what I'm not wrong about is that match should not have fucking started the show, all right? That match should not have fucking started the show whatsoever. Absolutely no. Shit bomb! The Soundwave 92!
You become a shit bomb.
Donating $20.
So night 2 was way worse than night 1.
Yeah.
I got to say Roman winning was deserved, but this kinda ruins the whole build-up with Edge. So let's pray they have something to follow up afterwards, otherwise it's all a massive waste.
Well, you know what it is now when you look at it? You know, what it is Soundwave, you know, Roman deserves it. He's been a great heel. I've hated Roman Reigns for years. Like, for real hated him. But this was nice, you know, to see him get that because of everything that's gone on. I love him being a heel. It's great. But all this was giving Roman somebody to face. They needed good guys. They needed to make sure the crowd was like, these are the good guys, this is the bad guy. Just like you know, other times you need to bring in a face, or you need to bring in a bad guy. You need to bring in a heel. You need to bring in a big, older person who can be a heel. They brought in Edge.
Yeah, you need a credible threat, and Edge worked as a great heel tonight. I'm just shocked that
was he really a heel?
I really thought I don't know about anybody else, but I felt like WrestleMania was going to be very easy to predict, and it was all about sending fans home happy.
Yeah,
and they really did the opposite. They pissed people off. I feel like
tonight they certainly did. This was, I mean,
less last night, but they still had a few of those moments. But with the results tonight, I'm pretty shocked. Big E, the way he lost with Apollo Crews, it wasn't even a 7-minute match. And it wasn't even like he had this great big battle to lose. It was Baba O'Reilly's Duncachino, whatever they called him beforehand, Baba Tunde. He comes out, choke slams him, and then Apollo Crews pins him. And he's like, oh, yeah, you're the champion. I am happy for you.
Yeah.
That's a SmackDown angle. That's a Backlash angle. That's not WrestleMania. And the theme of this match felt like something that should have been done in the Performance Center. It was a Symphony of Destruction match, but they called it a Nigerian drum match. And none of those instruments, mostly, were from Nigeria either. They were just regular musical instruments.
I was uncomfortable with that. I don't know what it is. I mean,
because it was like culturally appropriating for the sake of match stipulation.
It was very strange. Like, I mean, like, I don't care, but it was strange. Like, and Hulk Hogan.
I don't care about that. I care because it didn't work.
Well, I thought what they did in the match was nice. Did you think
what they did? Some of it wasn't bad.
It felt like SmackDown, though. Yeah,
did the ropes, and then they're like SmackDown on the floor, and then you get that big 2 count, and then you're like, all right, here we go. We got the big bottom piece of the steps, and he gives him a Death Valley driver, and then that was cool. Damn it, there was something else that happened too. The table spot. That was cool. Apollo Crews missing Big E going right through the table.
Zay, you're right. Zay in the chat, Campbell, you're right. It was the Black Panther match. The whole point was to appeal to that. You know, it was just what really was, I believe, Jake. I really believe.
I get it, but I would have just had it not be a Nigerian drum fight. I would have done a lot better than what they had.
You know what? I would have loved something like this, and I know that this is I don't know if this is controversial or not, But I'm not sure if this is controversial. I'm not sure about how the African American audience would feel about this. I don't know how anybody would feel about it. I don't give a shit. But the bottom line is, here's my idea. I would have tried to sort of make Apollo Crews. Now, and maybe this is stupid. Maybe this is like an SJW thing that nobody would want to get into. But I would make Apollo Crews almost start trying to talk about himself as if he should be the only black man representing the WWE as a champion or something like that. And the Big E Langston should be ashamed of himself, and he's not really black enough because Apollo Crews is from Nigeria. You know what I mean? And he's like, and it's ridiculous, and that's why Apollo Crews is doing this.
You're from Chad. I'm from,
yeah,
really
like
get into it.
Now, and that would then it would make sense that he's like trying to say he has all this culture and stuff like that, and that really makes him seem like a douchebag. Like Big E's like, are you serious, dude? Like, you're from Georgia. Like, I'm from America. You're from Georgia. We're both black. What the hell does that matter? What does that mean? Why are you doing this?
Why should this be an issue? There's racism everywhere, but
not even that. Well, just sort of the idea that I'm blacker than you type of thing. Like, I don't know. I think and the reason why
you get my point. How it just felt uncomfortably insensitive for no reason. And
Nessa goes, no, Joe, don't do that. Well, listen, I've heard people argue over that type of shit before. You know what I mean?
Both have. I brought it up to you before.
Let me tell you something. Are you okay?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you sound like you're fucking collapsing. Do you need to fucking get some water or something? You all right?
I'm all right. My head's killing me. I'm doing all right.
I mean, Jake just had surgery a couple of days ago. For some of the new viewers who are like, what's wrong with Jake? He had surgery the other day, and he's like, he's cracked out right now. He's on morphine, and what's the other one?
I'm actually not on painkillers. I'm just on, what do you call it, benzos and anti-inflammatories and stuff like that, because they wanted to keep me as calm as possible to have me reduce the swelling and inflammation and tension.
Somebody in the chat goes, Joe thinks this is the MCU. Well, they think it's the MCU. They think it is.
They act like it's the MCU, and they're just not ready for, Endgame at this point.
I just can't believe this, man. I just really can't believe it.
They rushed it like the original Justice League. And that's why Justice League had to be 4 hours, because you needed 2.5 hours to explain everything to get to your damn movie. And that's the problem. They leave a lot out. You get to the match, and the match is good, but it could be so much better. That opening, Danielle watched with me. I was like, oh, will you watch this with me? I don't know what they're going to do. And she kind of liked the idea of Alexa with this gimmick, It does. It appeals to kids, and I see why, people would be attracted to it. Mm-hmm. So she was like, yeah, she's pretty creepy. I'll check it out. We watched it, and at the end of it, she just looked at me, and she was like, that was really bad. She was like, I'm surprised it was that bad, because everybody involved, they usually have better matches. I'm like, I know, I'm really shocked. And her honest take, and I swear, 13, her honest take was that there was nothing exciting and it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's 13 and felt that way. She's like, even the pyro was not that big of a deal because it was something we've seen many times before, even in person with Kane. So,
who did you want to win in the triple threat at the end there? That main
event? I wanted Edge to win. I felt like Daniel Bryan was the feel-good moment, but Edge told such a great story. I was there 10 years ago in person when they announced in Bridgeport that Edge had to retire. April 11th, 2011. I was sitting there in person, and I can actually show you the picture for me in the arena. And my God, that's just all these years later.
What other pictures can you show me? No, I'm just kidding. Let's go to the donations, guys. You're dropping them. Soundwave92 is the top dog who donated the most so far. Shit bomb! Let's hear from Vince McMahon's nuts.
And whatever you want me to show you.
Reigns one good, no one can stop him. Any ideas?
Nobody, I don't know. Nobody can. Probably Goldberg will get beat. He'll beat Goldberg next. Vince McMahon's nuts. Thanks for the $1.99. Yeah, I don't know, man. Who can beat Reigns, Jake? I don't think anybody until something new comes up. Nobody can beat him.
It feels like they are just going to wait till SummerSlam with The Rock at this point.
Yeah,
they'll probably have maybe Edge go 1-on-1, Daniel Bryan go 1-on-1, or they'll take on each other to fight him.
3/10. I want to die. Joe main event was great. Toe.
I did like the main event. I think we all did, really, and I think we all knew Sammy Bear King. Thank you. I think, like Jake is saying right now, I think we all knew, Roman had to win in order to get to The Rock. So this actually makes sense with what we thought. But because the night was so lackluster and weird in many ways, I think people are still just kind of disappointed because, and there was no blood. There should have been blood. Shit bomb!
You become a shit bomb.
Soundwave 92, top dog.
4/10 this show sucked.
Ouch, that's not good. Corwin Eberly, OG of the show. He's been listening for 8 years or something like that. Corwin Eberly, thank you for the $2, man. 410 from him. Yikes. Not good for night number 2, wrestling-wise and WWE-wise. TK Jones, thank you for subbing to the channel. I don't know if Jesse watched, but real quick, Jesse, do you want to give a quick opinion about it if you saw it?
I liked night 1 more. Main event good though. Good
Diverse.
booking. Keep the best thing going in wrestling strong. Let Bryan and Edge fight now. You have something you can continue. Fiend was terrible. He should have stayed crispy. Teased Alexa but nothing.
Yeah, it's also interesting, Diverse, that he covered Edge. First of all, how did Roman win when he put a guy on top of a guy and covered them? Shouldn't the first guy on top of the first guy's shoulders be the one that wins? I didn't know it was the guy who climbs to the top of the mountain. I guess that is what it is, but I mean, I always thought that whoever was on top of the guy whose shoulders were down would win, but I guess maybe I never thought about it that way. And it's interesting that nobody took the pin then, right? Because we were always thinking like, oh, Daniel Bryan is there to take the pin. That's why he's there. Well, they both took the fucking pin to super put over Roman, which we should have seen coming with Roman's history of always, putting this guy out to the moon. But kind of hilarious. I didn't see that shit coming at all, and I didn't think that is something they would do. Shit bomb!
You become
Oh!
a shit bomb.
Soundwave's dropping another 20.
Bray Wyatt getting buried once again at a WrestleMania is just sad. Cole saying a box-like structure is such a stupid call. Though I thought the biggest slap in the face was Bella's beating up on Bayley was insulting as hell.
Look at this box-like structure. That brings me to the next thing to fucking talk about, Soundwave, which is the WWE commentary tonight was atrocious. Michael Cole, as always, as we've said a million times, is fucking terrible. This guy is the fucking personification of scripted-sounding shill. I don't understand how that's possible. I don't understand how Michael Cole, whose balls sounded like they hadn't dropped at WrestleMania 15, when Michael Cole had taken over for Jim Ross, WrestleMania 15, Michael Cole sounded like a little girl screaming as an announcer back then.
He ruined the main event.
He sounded better then than he does now.
No, he did. Well,
But he ruined the main
JR in
event
it,
saying
yeah.
that she kicked out. He's like, oh, a kick out. A kick out.
Yeah. He's an idiot. He screwed up last night. But it's just it's the way he speaks that drives me goddamn nuts. It drives me nuts. And they hire a guy like Vic Joseph, who's just like him on NXT. I can hear it. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then Tom Phillips. And then it's like all these guys that sound just like each other. But then he goes into
ass kiss mode, Joe. He goes into full-fledged lip suck. And he's like, she shocked the whole world. She will win. She said she would win, and that's all there is to it. Like, he had to immediately, not like a normal commentator would talk her up. Like, he was really kissing ass because of his comments there. Plus, he started off the night with the, 2 black women comments that some people were praising him for and other people were hating him on for. So I know he can't win at all times, but this was on him.
That doesn't bother me because he had to comment on this sort of history thing. I don't really enjoy that. I don't like that every year we have to celebrate. It's the first 2 fucking dingle doo da boo fucking doo da boo. Like, it's the first time an Asian and Hispanic woman have ever tied their shoes in the ring together at the same time as a female while watching a transgender person eat out a fucking midget. Like, it's like, what are we going to, when does this end? I mean, but it was special. You had to comment on it. So that didn't bother me.
Yeah, and that whip sound is legit. You can hear that live. That's not added.
Yeah, we heard lots of videos with the whip noise.
I saw so many Snapchats, Instagram videos, Facebook uploads, YouTubes, where you can hear that reverberate through the crowd. She went for the KOD first. She couldn't line it up, and then she turned her around and got it afterwards. And the crowd just erupts. And her going into tears and being emotional there was great. But when they cry starting the match, that was a bit perturbing to me. I don't know why that bothered me a bit.
Yeah, it was a little...
Maybe I'm a sourpuss and an asshole, but, like, get emotional after it, not before.
I understand why they did before, though, because I think we're being a little bit hard, only because it's not just that it was women in the main event. It's not just that it was, black women in the main event. It's also that it's been a year of the pandemic. And so all that stuff coming into the match, I sort of see, Belair tried to like fight away the emotion or whatever. And I know that some people find it cringy, but it was, I have more of a problem with Sasha smiling afterwards, but it's like, I know it's a work. I don't know, whatever. I'm not that angry about it, believe it or not. It was notable to me that, like, all right, Sasha's like smiling after she lost, and Belair can't even but as happy as it is, and as nice as it is, and everybody can get all happy about it, that's fine. The reason why wrestling is dying and isn't as big as it ever was and is like crumbling into nothing is because you have people doing this. Is because the wrestlers are laughing or smiling or crying before a match even starts. The soft nature of these people at this point is exactly why wrestling sucks now. That's why it's so bad. Nobody can relate to this, and what, since Sasha is half white, when there's two fully black women, are they going to say this is the first time two fully black? How weird are we going to get with this obsession about our colors and our races? How weird are we going to get? We can't just fucking we can't stop going backwards to dive back into old tribal shit so we can divide us some more. It's just like, dude, the company is soft. Everybody's soft. It's terrible. It's Roman is one of the most entertaining things to me because he cuts these promos that are great at this point. And I hated Roman before, but it's almost like the same way as it was 4 years ago. They do it all for Roman. Everybody else comes off. The only difference is now Roman's good. Everybody else comes off crappy, but at least Roman's good. Back then it was everybody else comes off good and Roman sucks. So it was like they're pushing Roman, but he sucks. And everybody else is good, but they don't push them. Now it's everybody sucks and everything sucks, but Roman at least cuts good promos. It's very strange. I don't know. It's all inverted, and I don't know what that means, but that's what
I really don't get it either. But you're on to something, so
it's weird. It's I don't know.
Yeah, I'm confused too. I will be right back.
Okay, man. Jakey Poo.
This is my reason. Maybe you should be more careful about your live performances.
This is my brutality! Yeah, Sir Huggingtons, what's going on, brother? How about that mix for that great, all they talked about was the opening and the band playing live for Rhea Ripley, Sir Huggingtons. It was so great, and then when they started the song, you realized that the mix was completely fucked. The mix was completely horrible. What were they doing? I mean, the music was low, and it sounded like it was being played on a backing track. It's and then the singing sounded live. So can someone tell me what the name of the band was again in the chat? Someone hit me with the name of the band. But it's like the backtrack sounded like it was fake. By the way, hit the like button, guys. Can we get to 500 likes tonight again? Just like last night. Can we get to 500 likes again? So it was just like, okay, I hear the backtrack of the music. It sounds like they're playing the CD. And then the singer is clearly actually singing, and the vocals were turned way up over everything. They sounded out of sync and out of time. It sounded like we were hearing the vocals coming out of the arena speakers, but we were hearing the band coming direct input. And, no singer, many metal singers don't always sound the greatest if the mix ain't right. Because especially if they're yelling and screaming. But the other problem is, I believe when she did the singing part, which actually sounded pretty good, that sounded like it might have been a backtrack. So it was just fucking weird, dude. Like, I don't know, it didn't come off right. I thought they were going to kick ass. and it just didn't seem right. And don't forget about Whale or whatever that guy's name was, failing with lip syncing. Yeah, that guy just straight up lip synced. That was just a waste of everything. The guy kept like moving around and moving his mic and walking, and the exact same vocals were coming out of the speakers as when he had the microphone. So there was if his microphone was on, it was barely on, and he was just lip syncing to the music. Sometimes when a singer pulls the mic away, you hear the backtrack, but you understand that they're, that's just to help with some extra vocals, but he is singing. Well, it didn't sound like that at all. It sounded like the whole thing was a backtrack. So, I mean, dude, what a mess. I'm talking about the Brutality song. Who does that? What song is that, and who's the band? I forget. People are saying the Mickey Mouse Band. I don't even know who the rapper that guy was. Wally. I saw that movie. It was a great Disney movie. My kids love Wally. It's a great movie. A lot of people love it. RR Blown subscribed. What's up, RR Blown? Thank you for subbing to the channel, man. Appreciate that. What's going on? I love metal. I love hardcore. I love metal music. But that didn't sound very good, and still nobody knows.
Are they always live? Are they when they usually have people? Are they always live? Or do they? I mean, this sounds like when the Red Hot Chili Peppers played the Super Bowl and only the singer was mic'd up or live. Everything else was not really playing, I guess.
Why is everybody saying Wall A or whatever? Like, what's the metal band? I don't give a fuck about the rapper guy. Why does nobody know the name of this band? Like, that's how bad they are. Nobody knows who they are. Ash Costello. Okay, is that what it is? Frigid? Everybody just keeps naming the rapper guy. I don't care about him. He just couldn't fucking say. He was just lip syncing. Ash Costello.
Maybe they rushed everybody, like you were saying earlier, and they had no. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, I
actually
mean,
missed that part. So
it was terrible, dude. The mix was so bad, Jesse. It was like, it was really a rough thing to like. That didn't work out at all. I mean, we wondered if it was going to be good or bad, but. Shit bomb. It fortunately wasn't very good.
Last night I give a 7 out of 10. Tonight I give a 5. The only big things that impressed me were Kevin's stunner to Paul in the main event despite Edge lost. Too many missed opportunity and slip-ups tonight. WWE needs to fix the Fiend badly.
I mean, in my opinion, it's just so far gone. I mean, they need to fix them a year and a half ago. They needed to fix them when they were chanting for AEW. During that shit last year. So, I mean, dude, we're never going to get there. Miles, thank you for becoming a $5 shit bum, dude, on WrestleMania night. The chat says it's time to get wet. I appreciate that, chat. Whoever said that in the chat, hit the like button. Let's get to 500 likes.
You become
oh, my God, Soundwave.
a shit bum.
He's dropping 20s.
Night 1 looks so much better by comparison to Night 2. It's actually insane.
It is.
Overall thoughts are Night 1 and 7/10 and Night 2 and 4/10. Really disappointing end to Mania. Also prayers to the Hardy family over losing their father. Folded hand.
Soundwave 92, thanks for the $20, man. Yeah, I mean, rest in peace, Matt Hardy.
They should have just kept the whole WrestleMania on 410 instead of 411. Then they wouldn't be giving this one a 4 out of 10. Well, I mean, really, dude, they should have just. I don't know. This sucked. I mean, this was like.
Can you imagine if they
that first match, dude? It killed the whole vibe.
Dude, I swear to God, it did. It killed my whole vibe. I went, what the fuck did I just watch? And it's like, dude, you didn't know that was a Jack in the Box, Michael Cole? Some cube figured thing or square figure. Like, what? What kind of fucking childhood did Michael Cole have?
I think he had JR in his ear back when he first started, and he was still had his voice that sucked. But
he needs to be slapped.
He had better. I don't know. He was better back then, but I think Vince is probably the only one in this fucking ear now, or somebody else twice as dumb.
I don't know what the hell Michael Cole is on, what kind of crack he's on, but it's so terrible. He's so bad. He's
like, they're all millennials. They've never seen a Jack in the Box. Just tell them it's a box.
Ugh. A waste of a time. This show killed me tonight. It was really bad. If you took the main event from tonight and maybe a couple of the matches earlier, like Owens and Sami Zayn, and you added those to night 1, you could have had a pretty solid WrestleMania if you grabbed 2 or 3 of the matches from tonight and put them on night 1. You could have had a solid WrestleMania. But
I mean, even the second to last main event tonight wasn't bad. From what I saw, I missed the very beginning of it, but it was like that was the only 2 good matches tonight that I really got to see was the last two. I kind of saw Zayn in the other one a little bit.
Sami Zayn and Owens was one of the best things tonight.
It was before I knew it though. It was over. Like I
was
thought
too
for
short.
sure, like I was only going to miss a little bit, and then I come back. I'm like, God damn! I saw 4 minutes.
It was too short. I mean, it was too short. So I thought it was too short. I saw people loving it, but I said, yeah, but I mean, I still think it's too short. I just kept saying that to people because I'm like, I get it, but I just don't like. I don't know why that match. If that match got another 4 or 5 minutes, that would have been much better. And they didn't get that, and that pisses me off because it was good. Oh shit! BDW. I'm being weird. I don't know. I'm on drugs.
BDW tip $5, night 2 sucked. The Fiend is buried, lots of botches, Bailey owned Nikki Bella, was hoping for a Rhea Ripley nip slip and did not get it, Dabba-Kato is back, things felt rushed, somebody suck me off. 5/10.
Somebody suck me off. Hey, Shrek, thanks for subbing to the channel, man. And BDW, thanks, man. One other thing we forgot was how long Asuka's match was. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Smoke weed every day.
So yeah, maybe I.
Thanks for subbing, Shrek. Dude, Asuka's match with Rhea Ripley was way too long to me. I don't even know. I actually left the room. I
saw like 12, 13 minutes, like the last 12 minutes of it. I don't know how long it was before that, but
I watched every bit of last night's WrestleMania. Like WrestleMania last night, night 1, I didn't miss a damn thing.
Yeah, I rewatched it, and I just want to say that everyone was complaining about the women's match last night, the tag. That shit kicked major ass compared to tonight's bullshit tag women's bullshit.
Oh, really? See,
actually.
Jake, I think Jake said he thought tonight's was way better than last night's.
The one with the big battle bitch?
Yeah.
No, if it was a fucking... Dude, when they were punching her, it looked like they were punching a stuffed teddy bear. It was just absorbing their fist. What the fuck? This whole match was... There was just botches everywhere. It's like, don't do your fucking father's moves if you can't do them. Why do they make them do that? You know?
I don't know, because they know because they know Vince McMahon killed people back in the day or something. I don't know. Why else are they hired? You know, I mean,
Green
like,
Heart.
Right?
Why else are they doing it, man? I don't understand it. Oh shit! Q-Tip just donated. Q-Tip, I'll get that in a minute, man. I'm sorry. Let's see what this is. Shit bomb. Vince McMahon, what up, Vince?
You become a shit bomb.
What do you think about WrestleMania?
Fiend should have won, then do that thing on Raw.
Fiend should have won and then do that thing on Raw. Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe it wouldn't work with the story. But again, I think they don't want to do that because I think they really want you to like, oh, we have to watch Raw to see what happens. That's what that was. That was like, we don't know.
They could have given you a good 12-minute match, though, and then did that or something. They could have given a big, like at least 5-6 minutes more of a match, for Christ's sake.
Duncachino.
The ending was fine. It was just too fast.
What's my name?
Duncachino. It just shouldn't have started WrestleMania. Didn't make any sense.
Yeah, that was weird, dude. I thought I was hyped for it at first, and then,
Thumbs up to Rhea Ripley,
Woo.
Asuka match. To hell with Roman Reigns. The Fiend Orton match should have been later on in the night.
Yep.
5/10.
Hilarious that we just said that, but thank you, Fanatic. Appreciate the $5.
I think it's a consensus. I think everybody's pretty much on the same page with both nights.
I'm sure there's some people who didn't think about it, but the minute you hear someone say, the Fiend and Orton should not have opened WrestleMania, like you go, you're right. That there's nobody out there that could possibly think, oh shit! Oh my God, no! It's Black Lab!
Oh my God, Black Lab.
That's all I got! Stop punching my car! Stop punching my car! Oh my God! Stop punching my log! Oh my God! Stop punching my car!
Oh my God, no.
This right here, ladies and gentlemen, sums up the entire night. Punched in the cork head. Mine was this. No Tony Chimel announcing Edge's intro, no reason for him to win. Can't win them all.
Can't win them all, but what a garbage pile of crap. Black Lab, thank you for the $21, man. 21. It looks like Black Lab hated WrestleMania tonight as well. That's not good for WrestleMania. And Black Lab now the new top dog.
I swear to God, you want to buy my products on Amazon? I'll fuck a guy.
WM tonight was incredible. Enjoyed everything except for the women tag titles, and the Fiend versus Orton was too short. Everything else was entertaining. Zayn versus Owens was better than expected. TBH 3 days ago I didn't predict Roman and Bobby would both keep
the titles, yeah. WrestleMania was incredible. I enjoyed everything. Man,
I didn't know anything about The Rock though. Like, what the fuck? So it's already announced like he's doing a match with him.
If this had been if this show tonight had been, because this WrestleMania was supposed to be in LA, this show tonight.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
The Rock would have definitely faced probably Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Where did they want to put this in LA? I'm just curious. Like, what's big enough? Are they going to
the Staples Center?
Bank? No, well, I would think he wouldn't. Oh no, we have a soccer field now. We have the Bank of California.
Yeah,
it's only 20,000 people, but it's outdoor.
You're right.
I don't know. I was just curious. I didn't think he'd ever do LA again because of all that shit. But
I mean, well, Staples Center is
know.
SummerSlam usually, so I am wrong. Yeah, it probably would have been like the Rams, the new Rams Stadium, or somewhere like that.
Oh, all right, I got it.
I mean, I don't remember. Actually, somebody in the chat will know. I just don't remember now. But they already had it booked. I just don't remember it. Go look it up. You can look up WrestleMania.
If it had been there, you said if it had been there, what then?
They would have been The Rock versus Roman. That's what they wanted to do. So now they're instead doing Rock and Roman at SummerSlam.
Okay.
Oh, SoFi Stadium.
Where's that going to be?
SoFi Stadium is what Glorious Eugene's saying.
Oh, I don't know where.
It's probably going to be at SoFi Stadium.
I don't know what the fuck. They've changed the name of these fucking things.
You don't know where that is?
I know the LA Coliseum. I know the Bank of California. I know the fucking Inglewood. I know the fucking Forum.
Isn't SoFi a new one?
It might be, but it might just be called that now, and it was called something else before. I don't know. They changed the fucking names of these things.
It is the Rams place. I was right. I know California better than you, and you live there, you fucking asshole. What's wrong with you?
I don't live over. I don't
move out of California.
Been in LA two fucking years.
I don't care. Move out of California. You don't get to live there anymore. Okay, no more living there for you.
I'd have better insurance damn near anywhere else.
For the people that haven't heard it, there's a brand new $32 Rye Crack Rap song. If you guys want to hear it, it's in there. But it's only in the Streamlabs down below. Check that out. It's all the links down below in the thing. Hit the like button. We'll get to 500 likes. And, of course, Sammy, how about Logan Paul tonight, man? What do you guys think in the chat? Logan Paul, thumbs up, thumbs down. I thought he did fine. He sold the stunner, like, not the best, but then so the beginning of it was bad, but then he flipped out and spun everywhere and it looked really good. So, but it shows you how much better Bad Bunny was. Man, Bad Bunny would have sold the shit out of the stunner. Logan Paul did pretty good. That's not bad.
Hollywood Park.
Not the worst. So, by the way, Jake is throwing up. So for the people wondering where Jake went, he's puking on his head.
God. See what you did, WrestleMania?
Yeah, you guys are killing Jake.
Jerks.
You're all buttheads.
No, really. Yeah. Fucking dude, that's tonight was really a letdown. I don't feel like there's any energy like it was last night, even though it went long.
Yeah.
Like there was some energy last night.
Tonight was Jericho versus Triple H, and last night was Hogan and The Rock. Or something. I don't know. It wasn't not even those extremes.
Something like that, yeah. Something like that.
It just
God. Or who did the Miz face at 27? Where that shit ass match?
This John Cena.
Oh, there it was. Yeah, that was a tear.
And The Rock came in. I mean, Logan Paul did what he had to do. He got in there. He gets beat up. So now all the sites are going to talk about it. There's going to be thousands of YouTube videos from people who get 50 views a video who are like, Logan Paul shows up at WrestleMania. And there's going to be a million. So it's like crazy social media free press for the WWE, so that there's going to be a million people who just make videos, and there's going to be hundreds of thousands of views of somebody just saying Logan Paul at WrestleMania, and the thumbnail will be a guy, Logan Paul over here, and a guy going And it's going to be like 1 million of those. And that's all they're going to get out of it. But that's what they wanted. They wanted YouTuber Logan Paul shows up at WrestleMania. And here's him holding the hands with Owens. That's why he's raising the hand with everybody. But then he gets stunned and whatever. So he really was there just to be an observer. And, you know, the other day I said, I don't think the match is going to be as good as it could be because, you know, they're just going to kind of have their match so they can have the Paul thing going on the outside. And, you know, I don't know. I don't think it was. Last night,
that was what I thought the Bad Bunny thing was going to be.
Yeah,
basically what this was.
Well, I thought that was going to be worse. I thought that was going to be like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just thought it was.
I had no idea, but I thought this was going to be trash, and I was right because it's them.
I didn't think it was going to be trash because Owens and Sami Zayn are really good together, but I just thought.
Oh no, I just meant the Paul thing. I meant the celebrity part of it.
Yeah, no, he did really well because he sort of stayed out of the match. He wasn't really involved. He was like an observer. So no, I think what they did was great. I just would have added 5 minutes and made the match better, but they didn't.
Okay, I see.
They did really good for the time they had and for what they were doing. It's just like.
WWE feels like nobody can be truly buried as long as they continue to do shows like Raw and SD without fans. They feel no matter what they do at WrestleMania they can control the narrative with the piped-in crowd noise.
That's a good point.
That's true.
It feels like they have full narrative control, TJ Jones. Thanks for the 316, man. Got to get the Austin donation back.
Do you think the holy shit chant, when the shit happened with Alexa Bliss, do you think that holy shit chant was legit? Or do you think they piped that into mix because they knew people were going to be pissed? And it's like, well, let's at least make it sound like the crowd was into it.
I thought it was real because the crowd was hyped and it was the beginning of WrestleMania and something crazy was happening. But then it went from...
Well, they were booing Hulk Hogan harder than they were last night. Like, I could tell they were on fire.
But then when nothing happened, the crowd went, oh. What?
They were
Probably the best story leading up to Mania Orton bar the Fiend, and they give us that BS. Fiend goes from no selling 15 finishes at Hell in a Cell versus Rollins to get the golden shovel by Go.
Yeah, I don't understand it. But tonight was certainly a downer, Kyle.
Yeah. I popped more for when Nia Jax said, "You ain't shit." I popped more for that than I did the first match.
I didn't even hear that. Was that tonight?
Oh, dude. It was great. She goes, "You think you're something? Shit. You ain't shit." And then they beeped it out like right after she said it. It was almost like they planned it. But that I actually popped for that more than the fucking whole match.
You help a team.
That is hilarious. I missed it. Vince McMahon's Nuts Smell Like Money says, Legend Killer dies. Where was the Alexa you helping? I don't know what you're talking about, Vince.
I mean, they left the nipples in last night. Well, the glowy ones. So maybe they'll leave that in the "you ain't shit."
Yeah, at least last night we had nipples. Like multiple times we had nipples. Like,
Duncachino?
Where was that tonight?
Don't mind if I do. What's my name? Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Fiend should have won. Sheamus versus Riddle match of the night. Roman hasn't changed, don't be blinded, he wins another main event of Mania. Tonight 5/10.
Alex Oli, thank you for the $5. Well, I think Roman has changed because I think his promos used to be like piss poor. And his wrestling is the same, but his promos were garbage before, and his character was stupid. Now he's got a reason to be a character. So I don't agree, Alex Oli. I think he has changed, but yeah, the agenda for him has not changed. So you're right about that. The agenda for him, absolutely.
Shit bum.
I will beat Roman Reigns next year. I, the great Khali, will beat Roman Reigns. If I don't, I will come on Joe's show and I will touch pee-pee. No poo-pee though, only Joe's pee-pee.
I don't think you're going to be alive next year, Khali. I think you're going to be up. I think you're going to be.
Aww.
You're going to be in the clouds, getting a figure 4 put on you by Bobby Heenan. That's what's going to happen. Great Khali. No, I think Great Khali's a sweetheart. I love the guy. I don't think he should be dead. But Great Khali, thanks for the $5. You're a Hall of Famer now. Don't let one of those people in India steal your ring and run away with it and sell it to some kid for a chicken. Okay. So just keep up being you. Keep being a good guy.
Is that a bucket of chicken?
Joe, are you watching the Broken Skull podcast with Jericho here talking about AU first on the podcast?
Who's this? Neon Death Show. Thank you for the donation, man. No, but I will watch it. In fact, I'm thinking the Jericho Austin podcast might be more entertaining than what I saw tonight. So, and then now we got to deal with Raw tomorrow night, which is going to put us all to bed probably. So, in a little while when I go to sleep in a few, because I got to get ready, go to bed, and get ready for worky, I'm probably going to listen to that and go to bed to that, and I hope it's good. I hope Jim Cornette ends up having convulsions at some point watching. Just crazy stuff. We're continuing here with the WrestleMania talk. A lot of donations are coming in, so I'm letting them play for you guys.
$9 for a fuck. Someone donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick.
WWE are total frauds. They don't give a fuck what the fans want. Night 1 and 7/10, night 2 and 3/10 overall. Fuck you, Vince, you prick. Oh, and Joe, like you said, so is Edge the real winner or what?
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird. I don't understand the pin. It doesn't make sense to me. I feel like Roman put a guy on another guy. I mean, I guess you have to be the one on top. I guess that is the rule there, but I'm still confused myself. I don't know.
Moo.
Oh!
Moo. Moo, 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 moo.
Q-Tip and JoJo tipped $35. 3 out of 10 of the whole night for the main event. 6 out of 10. Much love to you, Joe and Jake. Hope you heal quick, Jake. Blue heart, green heart.
Hey, Q-Tip and JoJo. What up, Q-Tip and JoJo? That could be a new...
What were you saying right before that came in?
Oh, God.
There was something I wanted to add to it. I just forgot what you were talking about, though.
I forget, too, now. I'm fried. My brain is fried, Jesse.
I can't believe I couldn't even... Shit, I couldn't even keep it in my fucking mind for 5 seconds while that played. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fried, man. I mean, with my work schedule now, and then with doing this, and then we did Corrupted earlier tonight. It's up on Patreon, everybody, by the way. It's on Patreon. Some people heard it. Oh, it went down, though. I'm putting up the audio back up in a few minutes. So you'll have Corrupted back up again. And then WrestleMania last night, and we were up until 4 a.m. Then I couldn't get to sleep last night. Didn't go to bed till 5:30. I mean, dude, Jake, I don't know how Jake is functioning right now.
Oh, you said about the pin. I don't think there's any confusion. I got it completely. He won with a dominant pin. He was showing that he beat them both. I understood it. It made a lot of sense, actually. I mean, I liked it. I
get the story. I get the story of it. I just thought, how do you pin someone like that? But I also think, well, the other thing, too, is that I found interesting about it is that, Jesse, dude, like, one of the things that everybody was talking about was, like, who's going to take the pin? And so, like, Daniel Bryan's going to take the pin. That's why he's in the match. But then it was like, well, no, because Roman Reigns pinned both of them, and nobody took a pin. They both got pinned.
Okay.
So it almost felt like that.
Well, I mean, yeah.
No, but it almost
felt
like...
a way to make him strong but protect them.
Well,
right?
No. The point is that I think that they thought, like, everyone's talking about all this protecting. Of, Daniel's there to take the pin to protect Edge and Roman, or Daniel Bryan's there so Edge can get a pin with protecting Roman. That was the whole point of, like, throwing you off. And they kind of said, well, how about this? Instead, motherfucking, we're not gonna use Daniel Bryan to protect Roman when he loses. We're gonna literally make Roman win, which is the ultimate protection, and then he beats both the guys on top of that. It was a doubling down of the complete opposite. And we should have known better because a lot of people think, Roman's got to be champion for SummerSlam going into SummerSlam against The Rock. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I thought the main event was about as good as it gets anymore.
Right. That's a great way to put it. The main event was about as good as it gets anymore. It's a great point. By the way,
I mean, when they put on the double, when he put the chair, I love it because they made Edge look stupid, like when he grabbed the chair and he's like, "Oh, what do I do?" And that was just to get that one piece off. So when they put that shit on with the chair, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
And then, Bryan and him were headbutting. That shit made me crack up. I fucking laughed out loud at that part.
That was the weirdest part where it looked like they were in some kind of sexual position. Like, like, dude, I was like, what the hell is going on here?
He's nuzzling. That's by the end, they were just nuzzling each other's fucking side of their heads.
That was such a weird moment, dude. I was like, wait a minute. This guy's got a metal bar in a guy's mouth. Then they're like double teaming him, dude. It was so fucking
Oh my
weird.
God, dude. Yeah, it was right out of Pulp Fiction. They just needed the ass rape.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Shit.
Dude, I wish they... I don't know, man. I don't know why. I'm so tired and delusional that I want to say like just shit that makes no sense. Q-Tip and JoJo with that $5 donation. That's the top donation. You guys are top dogs, man. Shout out to you too. By the way, it sounds like a new rap group. Q-Tip and JoJo.
Oh, the JoJo. Yeah. Oh my God. Q-Tip.
Q-Tip and JoJo, the all new single. Like
Sounds
what?
Like if Q-Tip was a person, I feel like it would have a kid with that "Catch Me Outside" bitch, and then it would shoot up a school like.
Oh my God!
In like 12, 13 years, not now.
Oh my God!
Give it time.
Wow.
I'm just saying. I mean, he's a made-up person. This Q-Tip. I don't even know him.
Well, he donated $35.
What the? What the fuck?
I don't know why people are laughing at that.
Night 1 was 7/10 and night 2 was a 4. 5/10 with a total of 5. 75/10 in total. Tonight just deflated everything in me. Main event was amazing though. Hope you're feeling better, Jake.
Yo, yeah, I know Q-Tip's a real rapper. I don't think it's really Q-Tip.
Oh, I didn't even know.
I don't think. I was
like, oh my God, that's even worse than if it was a made-up person. Oh,
Firebird,
no.
thank you, man. I appreciate that. He did not like tonight as well. I think a lot of people feel the same way. Firebird.
God. Oh my God.
No, I don't think it's really the
Washcloth. Is that a next rapper guy?
Yeah, Washcloth. No, but I don't think it's the real Q-Tip, obviously.
Well, yeah.
What was this show? It was SMH on Summit. 4.5 out 10. Night 2 could have been better.
4.5 out of 10 tonight.
Oh, all right. I know that.
RevTech9, thanks RevTech9. It was a mess tonight. It really was a mess tonight.
Yeah, I don't get why it was so bad. It was as if the rain delay was today, and they had to scramble and messed everything up. But everything went off right on time. I don't know what, if that's how they planned it, that's pretty bad considering how great last night was.
Man, Q-Tip gave it a 3 out of 10 too, man. That's not good. I mean, dude, a lot of people are giving it a 3. Like, I thought I was
4,
bad.
Yeah.
I thought I was rough giving it like a 5 or a 6 or something if I gave it a 4 tonight. But a lot of people giving it a 3 and just killing it on Twitter, man. They're just crushing the show.
I think a 4 or a 3 is fair because there was only 3 matches that were worth the shit. If any, or if at all. Like, I think the women's match at the end wasn't bad. But really it was just, if it wasn't for the main event, tonight would have been a fucking 2.
Jesus, really?
Or maybe even, well, don't you think? Like, what would we be, like, what would you take out of it if it wasn't for the main event? Like, wow, that was great.
Oh, yeah. If there was
the 9-minute match, maybe?
Yeah, if there was no, yeah, dude, if there had been no main event tonight, or the main event had been, like,
if it was
worse.
Shit, let's just say. That saved tonight. If there was any saving to be done, that did it.
Yeah, I don't think it's that Q-Tip, guys. People keep telling me, they're still on the Q-Tip thing. I don't think it's Q-Tip. We've got a Tribe Called Quest.
Could you imagine?
I know
that'd
Q-Tip
be fucking
is.
Insane, bro.
Yeah, that'd be too insane, bro.
Or like they were at the fucking event or some shit, and then they saw you. I don't know. That'd be a trip, dude. That would be funny.
Yeah, he's here, guys. Q-Tip's here. I mean, come on. It's not that.
Yeah, tonight didn't even impress me on the pyro and the graphics and shit. Like, they did a lot of cool shit yesterday. Like, it was well rounded. Everything that they did was like, oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't think.
But, I don't know. I wasn't blown away by shit tonight, except the main event. Like, that literally was a great main event. I'll go back and watch that. Maybe not tonight, but I'll watch it again for sure.
I like Big E, man. I I wish that they weren't lip syncing. You might as well just played a song. But you never know why they're lip syncing. You never know why the metal band the music was so weird. A lot of it is the stadiums usually, right? Like they have to play the track because sometimes they just can't execute the song the right way with the equipment. I understand that's how things go. And sometimes, too, a lot of bands record beforehand. And, in fact, WrestleMania 10 was ruined for me because I never realized that America the Beautiful, he was lip-syncing so much.
Oh, fucking Little Richard?
Yeah, I didn't know Little Richard was lip-syncing so much at WrestleMania 10. And by the way, come to find out, Little Richard recorded that song. Where I don't remember where the story was told recently, but I heard it recently, and it was like a great story about Little Richard recording that America the Beautiful version that they did, and it was so great and wonderful, and it really ruined some of it for me by hearing it was pre-recorded. But even with that being said, they still did record that specifically for WrestleMania 10, and it was very nice, like very well done. And Little Richard, it's a work. It's like the guy really is a musician. The guy really is great. He had problems with his voice. They had to do all these takes, apparently. They had to do all these things. And you're like, wow, are you serious? And I don't know why I never really noticed it. But going back and watching it, I was like, damn, he really was lip-syncing bad. I never noticed that. And I think it might have been Bruce Pritchard, maybe, he told the story. And it was, hearing how Little Richard would have to re-record it and work on it so much, it's like, man, it sort of takes away a lot.
Like Johnny Cash.
Yeah, Johnny Cash. At least
towards the end, he did.
Yeah, because how you gonna, I don't know. It's like an unspoken thing. Like you're going out there and performing, but it's like.
Oh yeah, and I'm not even talking live. I mean, just to do his last album, Johnny Cash had to do like 1 million takes because he was like coughing fucking blood up in between.
Yeah.
But but I don't think. Yeah, that's amazing because honestly, I mean, I could probably watch it now and see if I notice it, but it.
Oh, you'll notice
really
it.
Well.
You'll notice it now. Yeah,
it still came off really good.
He almost didn't get it done, apparently. He was just trying to record it. He was in his own head about his voice and his confidence, I guess, or whatever. And it's like, and the guy, it's like, what does Little Richard sound like then live? Because he had such a problem. But, some people are like that. You can record something.
He probably did what Kiss did, and they fill in a lot of shit.
Yeah, and
loudspeaker.
It also doesn't bother me if you add a backing track for some of the stuff. If you're not,
like you said earlier, like vocal spots that maybe you don't have anyone to sing for it, like you need to take a breath in between your shit. I get, that I get.
Or you can't always hit that note, always hit that range. And so just in case you're not feeling it that day, it's there anyway in the song. That's understandable stuff to me. But the more you do it, the more you go down. But I mean, what we saw tonight was just bad mix.
Shit bomb! You become
above the fruiting plain.
They made the Fiend look like a real job, but tonight it's crazy that WWE are killing the viewers at home now that the Bad Bunny was the great thing. Biggie and Apollo Crews was even worst.
Yeah, that was very strange. E-Murder. What's up, E-Murder? I love their tights. That's one thing I will say. I thought Big E and Apollo looked awesome. And it's too bad that they didn't get a 15-minute ladder match.
You become
or something.
A shit bomb.
I would have liked to see a ladder match.
Not the match of the night, but Rhea winning the belt makes me so happy. Becky/Rhea storyline on Raw tomorrow. I'll be conflicted. Love them both a lot.
It would be classic WWE for Rhea to come out and celebrating her belt, and then Becky comes back. I mean, that's classic.
Dude. If you go back, though, and you watch that DDT off the side, actually, rather, if you listen to it, when they replayed it, I don't know if it sounds as good before the replay, but man, when they replayed it, they sound just like bones just crashing to the ground. It was just, it sounded so dirty.
I missed the end of it.
How did the commentators not know who Dabakota was? Did you guys forget about Raw Underground, you retards? Stop pretending we don't know who he is when we all were watching Raw Underground. Logan Paul got stunned. Someone probably filmed him dead. Lol.
Pisharo, thank you, man. Yeah, there's a lot of people in Japan very happy. Ed's View is celebrating. Domo arigato gozaimasu. What's up to Ed's View? Ed's View is probably celebrating. We can go hang him in the Suicide Forest. It's no problem. They bust their ass in Japan. That's why there is a Suicide Forest. There's a Suicide Forest in America too. We call it Brooklyn. Thank you very much, my friend, for that donation. More coming in. We're listening to what you guys have to say. There's so many donations. So
I think we have more homicide for us.
A shit bomb.
Big E versus Cruz should have been a ladder match.
Ew, it's what? Oh my god!
That's what he just fucking
what
said. That
the
holy
fuck?
shit, bro! That is great. That's fucking A, dude.
That donation
That's
came in an
fucking
hour ago, though. Like,
I know you did. So that happened earlier
Wow.
too. We were saying something, and it came right through, but it was more obvious. Like I haven't heard anyone else mention the ladder shit except you in that donation.
that's
Yeah,
fucking
that was really
hilarious.
spot on. Sorry, I'm back. I apologize.
Thanks,
for being
Dorian.
gone so long. I'm
Don't
really
you
sorry.
dare, you bastard. You're fine.
It's all good, brother.
What's my name?
I know. I just hate being unprofessional. So I'm sorry.
Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
What have I become now that I betrayed everyone I ever loved? I pushed them all away. And I have been a
Oh my
slave
God,
to
what
the
the fuck?
Judas in my mind. AEW is better.
AEW is
I
better.
didn't even notice.
Cry
What the fuck? I
back
brought up Johnny
Judas.
Cash a second ago. Granted, I know that's not just his, but that's funny too.
Oh yeah, it sounded like the beginning of Hurt. Yeah, I get what you're saying now. I was like, what? Oh yeah. What
Or
have
yeah.
I become?
Jeez.
Man, we are so behind on donations. Cryback Judas, thank you for the $5. Let's hear some more as we continue to rally them through here.
Shit bomb.
And Jake takes a tranquilizer.
You become a shit bomb.
Edge should have won over Bryan to set up Roman v Edge.
Well, I mean, Texas T, thanks for the 346. But I think now we're going to get Edge and Bryan, right? So I would think it's Edge and Bryan now. I don't know.
I
mean,
think it might be even one at a time, like Roman versus Edge, and then Roman versus Daniel Bryan. Like I think it might be in stages.
Shit bomb.
You become
I could see them doing it
shit
that way to
bomb.
get the most out of it, or they could
Mania
have
comes
the
where I
match
live next
face
year.
off.
I wish not.
Oos Scooters or Entertainment.
You know, it would have been.
Mania comes where I
know,
live next year. What? Where is that?
I like triple threats if there's weird. Like tonight was good with the no DQ. What if they did a triple threat with like a 2 out of 3?
Nothing's gonna
thing?
beat Benoit, Michaels, and Triple H.
Shit
Oh
bomb.
shit, yeah, that's true. Oh fuck, that. I
become
might go back and watch
a
that.
shit bomb.
It's really good.
I'm sorry, Rip Fiend done main event match WM Night 2 pretty damn awesome.
I'm sorry, Rip Fiend done main event match WrestleMania night pretty awesome. J Rod, thank you. I'm not 100% sure what you were trying to say there, but I'm sure it made sense in your head. But I appreciate the donation, brother. I couldn't quite figure that one out.
You become a shit bomb.
Bloody a punch.
Jojo, did you see Khali? He was at the show live.
Oh yeah, he was in the background. I mean, I think you forgot a line in the back or something. Did you notice that RVD seemed to have to he came in late, and then it just got weird. But RVD,
Yeah, he
saved
seemed
it.
like he slipped on something, but it was funny.
It was still funny, yeah, because
Yeah, it was just cool to see him. I was like, oh wow, he's there.
I did. The only thing I did like with Bailey
Tamina
tonight,
looks
because
like
most
a
of it was
recently divorced
forgettable or
mom hanging out
cringy.
with her younger friends trying to hook up with some doofus at the bar. 5/10 main event match saved it despite the wrong result in my opinion.
Oh, it's not 5/10. I mean, I think there's different results that will vary for the main event outcome, but that match was not a 5 out of 10. That was a good match.
No, that was a great match.
And they're saying
if it wasn't for
WrestleMania
that match-
Backlash is their next pay-per-view.
no, I don't think he's saying the show was 5/10, but he said
that makes sense.
main event match saved it despite the wrong result. He's giving the show a 5 out of 10.
Oh, okay. So he's saying what we
okay.
were just basically saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think we're all going to
Yeah.
come into pretty much same agreements tonight. I mean, it's
Joe,
hard not to.
I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm a little fucking retarded.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you just had surgery on your brain.
I'm a little fucking retarded. So
Okay, why? What happened?
No, I'm just saying with the previous comment, I wasn't following what the donator was saying.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
I'm just a little fucking retarded.
Well, you need to sleep, is what it is. You need to go to bed.
Sleeps for the week. I got like almost 4 hours today. That was pretty nice. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very tired right now. Like, I'm tired. Like, we're not staying up until 4 a.m. tonight to review this, like last night. There's not even...
there's no need.
There's no need. There's less excitement. Like, I'll just tell you right now, like, no way. I mean, we're almost done. Because there's...
Last night was so much fun, though.
It was
tonight's
fun.
been a lot of fun. Not as much fun as last night show-wise, but the review's been a lot of fun.
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
you certainly...
Everybody in the chat's
fun.
been a ton of fun listening to. We've had some great messages in the donations. A lot of great opinions flowing through. So you guys have just been awesome.
And nothing's better than the death threats in the email that we get. Those are the best.
Of course. I mean, that's the shit that drives us,
that keeps us going
every day.
Yeah, it's what keeps me going. I'll tell you that.
It's my stuttering that keeps us flowing, baby.
I can't tell you.
I don't think there's a match we didn't talk about. I mean, really, the main event we didn't cover.
What'd you think about Logan Paul? I haven't heard what you thought about Logan Paul yet.
There was so much more they could have done with all of that. Really, it wasn't bad with what we got, but it was disappointing. I felt like they overpromised and underdelivered again. We really saw them. The match itself was really good. Fight forever. This is awesome chance. Well deserved. They know how to have a match with each other. That's as as easy as you and I having amazing sex. It just happens. We just fit. But Drew knows. And honestly, this was not that though. The match was great. The ending, stellar. The stunner was awesome. Sami, gets torn away, and then all of a sudden the fans are booing. Sami Zayn rolls away, and Logan Paul is mocking Sami Zayn, and Kevin's celebrating with him, and then all of a sudden he's like, wait, and then he stuns him, and it was great, and it was that feel-good moment. So he sold the hell out of the stunner that looked effective. I wish he didn't get up as quick as he did, but it was a really good match, probably the best match of the night, definitely up until that point for sure. It was the match of the night. And it was one of the dullest, most ridiculous builds that we had as well, yet it was one of the most fun matches to watch. So, and I wish there was a conspiracy thing that involved Kevin Owens winning. Like, I wish another ref ran out and did a fast count.
Right.
Or, something just to keep the conspiracy thing.
And then he finally can be like, see, there is and that would have been kind of funny. Like, yeah.
Exactly, because he keeps saying there's a conspiracy, and I get that he's crazy, but how great would it be if he could prove this whole time there really was something nefariously going on? You see somebody under the ring trip him, you see the referee not count a submission.
They could have even went deep with it. Like whoever he faced could have been like, no, you're just delusional. If you want it to be, you'll.
Well, that's what Owens was doing, and Owens could have been the one
Yeah.
paying them off. Jesse, think about it.
Yeah, that could have worked really
making
well.
him snap. Exactly, like this could have been so much better. And then Sami Zayn, all right, he's got Logan Paul there, and he has to do the stupid TikTok dances when Logan's coming out. Logan has somebody else's music. I think it's Rey Mysterio's son there. What's his name?
Dominic
Mysterio.
I'm your daddy now.
Dominate Mysterio.
It was somebody's theme music. I know we heard. But really, I mean, what did we get from this? Nothing that's memorable, and it could have been something great. The stunner was cool. They should have had him and Jake get stunned and make a really big deal of it, like Jake runs, because Jake was with him all weekend. Jake's backstage. So Sammy's there. Logan's there with Sami Zayn. Jake comes out as like an entourage as well, and they both get stunned and destroyed. That could have been really good.
Well, he didn't want to.
I'm just happy they had a match. I'm just happy I got to see a pretty decent wrestling match with them.
It was a really good match. I know they could have given us something even better. Hopefully Vince is impressed with this one, because he was not happy with previous matches with Kevin Owens, like his Jericho match.
Yeah, I'm hoping he did like this one, because I thought this was really well done. I think Vince will like this. And I got to say really quickly, guys, if there's ever been a time to try this, tonight is the night. Because I would like to keep these guys as a sponsor in 2021. If you guys want to support something that not only supports me, but also is fucking awesome if you're a wrestling fan. I cannot tell you enough. TitleMatchWrestlingNetwork.com. They've got all of these indie matches and companies, huge pay-per-views, iPay-per-views, past pay-per-views. There's thousands of videos and content and so much shit on demand to watch, and it's all on Title Match Network or TitleMatchWrestlingNetwork.com. And guys, when you use my code, you get 50% off. So instead of $9.99 a month, you know what I mean? It's half off of $9.99 a month for 3 whole months. The coupon code is Cronin. If you like the Fight app, and you like all those types of things, you're really going to like this. I am also doing lots of commentary for this website and company. Lots of backlogged things that were awesome that never got commentary. I'm putting commentary on it. Plus, I call wrestling in commentary for multiple companies who are putting their pay-per-views on this website. So you know a lot of these wrestlers from all over the place. You know that I know a lot of different people, and I'm lucky enough that even though WWE won't hire me and AEW won't hire me and all these other people won't hire me, I'm lucky enough to work with so many big and awesome independent wrestling companies, and now I'm also happy to be a part of Title Match Wrestling Network, but you guys can be a part of it tonight. Tonight is the night to sign up because they asked me, they were hoping that I would get some people to sign up tonight, and I didn't mention it last night, and I haven't even mentioned it until the end here tonight. So tonight, if you guys can help with the boost and you think you want to check this stuff out and give it a look, I am telling you, if you love wrestling and you like looking at this stuff, this is endless fun. And it's, the WWE Network was damn good, but this is awesome as well. In fact, now I like this more than Peacock. So, I'd rather be on their website here than on Peacock at this point. And there's so much shit here that it's friggin' unbelievable. If you're a wrestling fan, you will not like this. You will really like this shit. There's so much to watch, and there's more uploaded every single day, every week, and there's pay-per-views, weekends, all the time, all over the world. There's so many companies on here. I'm almost done here. I'm done promoting it. I know you heard enough, but I mean, if you've never discovered TitleMatchWrestlingNetwork.com, guys, there's so much here. This is clearly awesome, and you're clearly getting 50% off. They've never done 50% off for anybody. And also, I get to work with them. So look at this shit, dude. All these companies, you know a lot of these companies. You know a lot of the wrestlers. I'm going to have content coming here. I mean, it's friggin' insane. So check it out now. It's getting bigger and bigger every day. But coupon code Cronin, 50% off. And go give them some love. When you sign up, tweet them if you want on Twitter. Title Match Wrestling Network or Title Match Network. You may know Title Match Network on YouTube. They put up free matches all the time as well. Tweet them. Hey, I just signed up. Fucking Joe Cronin, Sure, some people tweet them other weird shit, but the bottom line is they don't give a fuck because they love me and I love them, and they've known the show for a long time, and they support what we do. So give them some love tonight. Use coupon code Cronin, and let me know how it works out. Love to hear your feedback about it. And if you do Title Match Wrestling, make a video and say, yo, Joe Cronin told me about Title Match Wrestling Network, and I've been watching it. Here's my review of it. I think this is awesome. I think they could do better here. Or I like all of it, or I don't like it, or whatever you want to do. Fucking make a video about it, and I'll send it to the guy, and the guy will love it, and we'll talk about it. We'll have him on. And the company is big. Anyway, back to WrestleMania 37. This is night 2, and your donations. Mr. Pico Boulevard.
Lots of donations coming in.
Edge in a... Why isn't the sound on, though? I don't understand what just happened.
I don't know. Edge in good shape for...
47, but his face looks 77. All the black people won except the New Day.
Oh,
the Bellas are heifers. Husky Harris returns on my main event. Roman will break Punk's reign. If Michael Cole isn't a something, then Benoit gets in Hall of Fame. Bryan had HBK seizure. Oh, dude, yeah, that's right, Bryan, Mr. Pico. Bryan was on the ground convulsing, and I was like, why is he convulsing? What's going on? And then I already forgot that he got concertoed. And I'm like, oh, yeah, he got hit in the head with a goddamn chair. And that's Bryan.
So I wonder if he was selling it or if he was actually having issues.
He was actually dying.
Blue Thunder Bomb Mitsumichi Noku Driver Cole. I felt bad for Asuka and Ripley. They had some good spots, but the crowd was out of it when they hit the big spot. Asuka-like breakout win at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I left the room. WWE Violin. Oh my God, WWE Violin. That's an old school donator, man. Thank you. What's been up?
Yeah, that's a real old school person chiming in there.
What did you think about that?
For whatever reason, WWE just they don't rely on those certain people. That's really what it comes down to.
What did you think of
forget about them?
What did you think of Asuka and Rhea Ripley? Because I got to be honest, Jake, I was annoyed at this point in the night, and I walked out of the room. I came back, the match had been over.
All right. So I was thinking about before that Riddle and Sheamus, so I got that in the head. But let me switch over notes here. Asuka and Rhea, I missed her getting played to the ring. Rhea Ripley.
I've already been over it so many times. It was just terrible.
Yeah, you said it wasn't good. So I got in right as the bell rung, I should say. And from right there, we got some huge knees. Asuka's, getting some kicks back, and Ripley gets out to ringside, and Asuka starts chasing. And from there, Asuka stops her and ends up getting a huge knee to her face. They end up going both back in the ring, and
they sold that knee like crazy. They were like, "Oh my God!" Like they
acted like it was a Mack truck smacking her, and it looked good too. Ripley got Asuka up and slammed her to the mat, and then covered her for this really cool no fall. But everybody was still kind of quiet at this point. The crowd wasn't that into this match.
Because of the Bray fucking.
Because of what?
Oh, because of the opening match. I still think that fucked everything up.
That did screw this up. Plus, the build to this was very subpar because it was supposed to be Charlotte. People wanted to see Charlotte lose to Asuka, and then finally, our Charlotte scenario happened where she defended her fiance, and he got released with a no compete clause. Suddenly, she was removed and said she had COVID, even though that's apparently not the case. WWE lied about her having COVID, brought it up on Raw. And they said that then she was pregnant. She wasn't pregnant, and it was too late to include her in Mania. So that's totally screwed up that she had to miss Mania because of that. But from there, Asuka gets another big hip attack in, another 2 count, and then we saw Asuka comes back. She gets the DDT, which she does off the apron, and she hit her right down onto the floor. That looked great. That looked like it hurt like hell. When they finally got back in, I think it was like 7 or 8 for the count for the referee. You see Rhea Ripley make it in just in time. Asuka hits her with a big series of kicks, covers her again for another near count, and Ripley hulks up. She hits a bunch of kicks, and then she goes ahead and she gets a standing leg lock. Asuka rolls out of it, puts on her own arm bar, and then Ripley breaks out of that by rolling on top of her and pulls her up and whips her into the corner. Ripley then goes ahead and she suplexes Asuka over the ropes and then hits her with a huge slam, gets another near fall, gets her back in the arm bar. So now Asuka's trying to make Ripley tap here. It was just a really good back and forth. And Ripley goes ahead. She rolls up Asuka for a pin. You think it's going to be it, but then Asuka briefly puts her in the Asuka lock. Ripley breaks out. She rolls her up for a pin. You get almost a near fall there. Asuka starts kicking the crap and just kneeing into Rhea Ripley. Rhea gets pissed. She's like, come on, do this. You can bring it. Rhea ends up ducking a huge kick that comes in, and then she catches Asuka, hits her with the Riptide. Thing of beauty, slams her dead center of the mat, gets the 1, 2, 3. She's the new Raw Women's Champion. Now, the live crowd wasn't really as into it as I had hoped they would be. I hoped that no matter what happened, they popped for the conclusion, but they didn't really care for the most part what the hell happened here. And that's not their fault. Creative didn't give them a reason to care. It was not a bad match by any means. Definitely a 7.5. You could have gotten a lot more, but for them having no real prior grudge here, no reason to hate each other, they were just forced into a match by Rhea challenging her, but there was no who, what, where, when, why of this. It was just because Charlotte couldn't be there, so they allowed Rhea to come up early. Rhea was going to be the feud going on past Charlotte losing. They wanted Asuka to lose And then they were like, no, wait, what we'll do is we'll have Charlotte beat Asuka, and then Rhea Ripley can take the title back from Charlotte. Wow, that'd be a great moment. And I agreed with them. That would have been cool. But Charlotte's out, so they went ahead and had to have this happen.
Yeah, it seems weird, too. Like, Rhea just showed up out of nowhere, wins a belt at Mania. That's a little strange.
Shit bomb!
You become
Adam, thanks for the dono. What's up?
No Becky, no Brock, no Ronda, no surprises. Why?
I just think they really thought, that this just doing the show is amazing. They didn't think they needed all this craziness and things like that.
I think tonight they did.
Yeah, they did need it, Jesse. And Jesse, check this out.
Cool.
I honest to God heard, and I swear I can't prove it, but it
Fuck you,
it
Joe. You
sounds
can't even
so
get
true.
your wife to stay on your show for more than a few minutes before you piss her off. You seem to take your anger that you have with JB out on Leah when she didn't really do anything wrong. You said a dumb thing to her and she left.
You're a dummy. She left because she had to go take care of the kids. You're a dumb idiot. Like, you're really... Like,
Joe, people don't get kayfabe.
Did you not hear the show? Like, she literally left because she was taking care of the kids.
People just don't get kayfabe, Joe. That's what it comes down to.
Well, that too. I mean, listen, it's still real.
They can't tell that she's not actually fighting with you. Like, yeah, you guys would get tense, but she's not actually hating you or fighting you. Like, it's like both of you play it up for the show. Come on.
It's still real to everybody. Like, it's
Shit bomb!
funny.
You become a shit
Figured some people that watch wrestling would catch on.
But
Cole
you really...
called a spear early on the main event. Moron.
Cole called a spear earlier on the main event. What?
What?
What does that mean?
I don't know what he's specifically referring to, Adam.
Maybe.
I think he means like he called something a spear that wasn't a spear.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
that's funny.
Adam Cole did that a few times. He did. He mispronounced moves, and he was like just all over the place.
Yeah, it's a mess. What a mess they are.
Is it me or did the crowd really not get hype until the main event? Everything needed more time, and I also feel like Rhea will lose the belt very soon.
They were hyped for the beginning of the show, and then the Fiend ending. Then they were killed by the Fiend's ending. Then they came back to life again during Owens and Sammy, and then they came back to life again in the main event. That was really it. Those three times.
You become a shit bomb.
I don't get why they bring new Fiend to not use it.
I don't get why they bring new Fiend to not use it. I don't know. Yeah, he's burnt to a crisp. Oh wait, he's back to the way he was. And now what? It's over. It's like, dude, just so stupid. Like,
Well, Joe, he was supposed to be indestructible when he was back in his normal.
Oh yeah. And they had the red light. They even put the red light on. We didn't think about that.
They had the red light kind of again, and it still didn't matter.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Asuka match was 13 minutes 30 seconds exactly. Sorry, trying to hurry back, can't get my stomach to settle down yet.
Oh, that was Jake. You donated while you were fucking throwing up? You're hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't know how far behind we were, but I was trying to let you know that I was coming back. Usually I've never gone that long, and I couldn't stop vomiting.
We were an hour and a half behind on the donos.
it took me like 25 minutes to get back, and I was feeling really guilty. So.
Oh, come on, man. Don't worry about it. I can take care of everything.
I just love it. I love that he donated.
It sucks, man, but we're going to be back tomorrow, too.
You become a shit bomb.
We got to get out of here soon.
Sasha/Paul had the same shades. Who loaned them?
Really? Did they really? I didn't even notice that. I blame Paul then for showing up the star, Sasha. Oh, well, Sasha.
You know what was really fucking cool was, did you notice in the sky at certain times, like Bianca or Sasha's entrance, she had the shades in the sky? I thought it was VR.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was drones.
Oh, really?
They had drones flying like they did for the Super Bowl to make designs.
That's cool.
Alexa said Legend Killer dies on Raw. She helped him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Alexa said Legend Killer dies on Raw, but then she helps him. Yeah, kind of weird. It just
he's gonna probably turn into some kind of fiend thing now himself, or some weird, stupid shit.
They just absolutely should not have had that match be number 1 first to open the night. It really threw everybody's equilibrium off.
Oh, my hacker.
We might eat our own shitty. Yeah. Eat our own city. In the city, Philly, we eat shitty. We're gritty as can be. We can survive off our motherfucking own feces. In Philly, we're gritty. In Philly, we're gritty. Soul City, we'll eat our own shitty. In Philly, that's why our mascot looks like a...
Jake pretty much summed up how I felt about the Fiend all along. Am I the only one who misses all of Bray's puppets? I feel so bad for Bray. He had this great vision for his own character he created, and Vince got his grubby hands on it and fucked it all up.
Yeah, it sounds about
right. I heard that a
right.
lot too, Deftones.
Thank you, Deftones. Yeah, I mean, good. I mean, it's all gone to shit now. What, the Bruins got Taylor Hall? What?
I saw that on Twitter before. I didn't believe it.
Can we address the elephants in the room? Natalia's tits. Tyson Kidd is big winner tonight. Logan Paul looks like Lane Staley without talent. Reports say Graves going back to Raw. When the lights went out, thought DMX hologram was coming. Ryback squeal.
Mr. Pico Boulevard, thank you for the $3, man. Yeah, DMX hologram is coming. Ryback square. Wow, that's terrible. What a horrible thing to say about Ryback. Dude, did the Bruins really get Taylor Hall?
I saw that on Twitter before. Jesse, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Bud.
Can you say something?
Something.
Is he talking, Joe?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna back out of Discord and I'll come right back.
Okay, we can't hear him.
Yeah, just pull me right back in, please.
Okay.
Don't mind if I do. What's my name? Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
It's New York. Tried calling you but no answer.
Oh.
I told you
Oh,
I don't
shit, New
fucks
York.
with credit cards. Let's leave it like that. Showing you and chat love. 7/10 WM.
Kakarabia, $5. Dude, that is New York.
I meant to ask you if you were gonna take calls so people would know.
I know, I'm sorry, guys. You know what? I've been so up against it that I haven't had phone calls on for WrestleMania because it's been so crazy. Normally, I don't take dollar donations because then it's just so many of them. Like, I need to turn the $3 off below any... That's the problem.
We even gave people a special extra episode live of Corrupted to try and make up for last night.
Do you guys think we need a draft to shake up the rosters?
No, fuck the draft and fuck... No. Eddie, what's up, Eddie?
They don't need a draft. We just had a draft. And what did they do with the draft? They gave us the same, like, the New Day and the Street Profits and all that stuff. You know, they were the same tag champs still, and they had the same matches going forward for months and months. The New Day have been in the same feud now.
They need new writers.
Until right
and Vince.
Mania.
Shit bomb! The way they do it needs to change. And the talent sucks.
There's so much that needs to change.
I want to eat out Bailey. Heart, love her nerdy gimmick.
What's her gimmick? It feels like it's Ricky Lake, that she's like a nerdy talk show host who's annoying.
Yeah.
I like that she got Pyro.
Yeah,
that was funny. That was probably one of the only things that really made me like, that was chuckle worthy. That was interesting.
She rolled about 19 times. I like that too.
Well, and when she got thrown, she sold that shit so well. I'm like, that was pretty good too. Like, I thought the whole thing was pretty funny. Last night was forgettable though.
Yeah.
Is Dolph the most under/misused WWE talent ever?
No, but I mean, I'm sick of him now. Whenever I see him, I want to die. Adam Talmage, thank you for the donation again, Adam. What's been up, dude? Thank you, Adam.
I do want to go and watch the Jericho podcast with Stone Cold. Apparently, it was said by Jericho that he openly discusses AEW during the Broken Skull Ranch.
Yeah, someone said that.
He talks about Tony Khan and Sammy
tonight.
Guevara.
Any predictions for Raw and SmackDown this week? Lesnar return? Becky Lynch? CM Punk?
Robbie Hyde, I want to choke you for saying that.
Robbie, they're going back to the Thunderdome. If they were going to do these major surprises, why not have it in front of live fans and then have the extra promotion of these things for Raw and SmackDown. People would still tune in record numbers. They're not going to tune in record numbers if they don't know what's going to happen. That was TNT's problem. It's good to have surprises, but that's when you already have a commanding lead on the market.
Right.
You know, and then you get extra word of mouth. This is not doing it. Tyson did nothing for them, really. NXT broke over 1 million on Wednesday because they were
Dick Spit is donating.
Wish I could be there to blow Jake and make him feel better.
Ooh. Dick Spit wants to make you feel better down below, Jake. He would give you to you, too. Yo, Dick Spit, thank you for the donation. How far behind are we on the donos?
I don't know. We got to find out. Does Dick Spit want to see my staples? Come on, baby.
Yeah. 30 minutes behind. We're catching up.
He wants to go ahead and rub it with some lotion.
Check your Twitter. Okay, D. Welsh.
Moisturize.
I saw the Bruins got killed by the Caps tonight. That made me sad.
You had staples, Jesse? They're awful.
A shit bomb.
Yeah,
I was
but
saying the Fiend is done to me,
not
lol.
bad.
Heart.
Oh, J-Rod. I get it now, J-Rod.
Yeah, J-Rod.
Like I pretty much had my whole leg done in staples one time, but it wasn't as bad. Where it was is where you have it, like you said about moving is so difficult.
Yeah, because they're just not pliable.
Yeah.
And my doctor was just a lazy asshole, pretty much. And he was like, it's better than
like
super
a
glue,
femoral
I guess.
artery. This was like a whole femoral artery deal. So like I guess that it was such a big cut, they needed that shit. So.
I had it in my intestines too.
Does Jericho have one more legit run in WWE, or is it just a Royal Rumble appearance to get back in good graces? Or is he completely done with WWE?
I think he's done with WWE, but like years down the road, maybe he'll do like a Royal Rumble or a gimmick battle Royal Rumble, or even maybe a one-off at Mania. It wouldn't be a main event, but I'm sure it'd be something big deal. But it wouldn't be like a full program with multiple matches. It would just be the build of that Mania.
Do you see Heyman turning on Roman for Lesnar? Or do you think Lesnar will face Lashley? Thanks, Joe.
Do you see Heyman turning on Roman for Lesnar? I don't. You know, I don't know. I don't see that. I don't think Lesnar's coming back. I think he would have come back by now.
He would have came back for Mania. I kept saying he wasn't coming back. There was a bidding war at one point, and then they dropped out on it.
Sheamus and Riddle surprised me. WWE screwed big time with no returns. Kane's Hall of Fame entrance was heartwarming. Hogan got booed so bad lol. Bullfrog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that made me uncomfortable.
He really did.
I was uncomfortable watching Hogan out there. Randy Viper, thank you.
Yeah, I just kept thinking, why did they put him out here to begin with if they knew this was going to be?
It was really.
They had to have known. That's why Titus was there in a way.
Yeah,
even though he deserved everything. They're lucky to have Titus. Actually, he would have been there anyway.
Yeah,
but
Titus
why the
is
fuck
great.
Is Hogan even there?
But he was there for the blanket of Hogan, and it was like, man, Hogan. If I was Hogan, I would honestly feel terrible about myself. That would damage me. I'd be like, you know what?
Shit, Mom!
I should just get off this planet.
You become.
He just brother his way through that thing, man.
6 a.m. in Scotland. Roman Rock should be at minor TBH.
Yeah, that's a good point. Vince McMahon's nuts. Dude, 6 a.m. in Scotland, and I'm tired. I got to go bring the trash out and then get up at 6 a.m.
Yeah, I got to be up at 5:30. I hear you. I saw Joe, watching me put on chapstick, and he's watching me. I'm like,
oh yeah. I'm going to freeze frame that later, slow motion that.
Joe, you want to fuck me?
Duncachino? Don't mind if I do. What's my name?
This is getting really weird. Oh!
Duncachino! You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my
chocolate friend.
Her theme song was performed by the band New Year's Day. Who is the lead vocalist is Ash Costello. Don't know why they wouldn't just give you the name. Smiley face.
I don't know what
Costello
was
briefly once, and they mentioned her once on Twitter, but I didn't know the band's name, so thank you.
Everyone wants me to play this audio, but it's 20. James Mesner, thank you, James. What's up, James? Happy WrestleMania. Thoughts on what Meltzer said? It's 21 minutes long, Julius. Jesus.
Whoa.
Can you timestamp what he's saying? I mean, holy fuck.
Not Pinnacle and.
Unless he's saying just listen to the whole thing. I don't know.
Shit bomb! Yeah, you want me to hear this whole thing?
You become a shit bomb.
Love you, Jake. Get well soon. Scotland shot on me.
What?
I don't know, man. I had a lot of people reach out to me earlier and ask me about why people attack me, and so I have no idea, bro. You'd have to ask them. I have no clue. People hate me and they just want to do things. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you, though. Vince McMahon's nuts smell like money. Love you too, brother. He said he loves Jake, though, but I love you. I know you love both of us. And I know.
Duncachino? Don't mind if I do.
Yo.
What's my name? Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
If you ever need an extra guest spot on any of your shows, I will be there to try to help, just throwing it out there.
Hell yeah, brother. I got to get you on anyway, back on, so we can talk about some things. About next week, I'll start doing better. These last couple of weeks have been really rough for me with my double schedule and crazy stuff going on around the house. And, I mean, you know, Jake's been a mess. I've been a mess in a different way. But, you know, I
mean, anytime I've tried to get a hold of you, it's been daytime. And then the only time you've had free time is literally when I've been at the doctor. So it's just not been happening.
It's really hard to get a hold of me right now.
The thing is, Hogan didn't get booed at Mania 35 NY.
Yeah, I think it's just the hate is starting to grow for him. And what I said the other night, I said this last night, a lot of the fans are the newer fans. He doesn't have that support group anymore of the nostalgic Hogan fan. Like, they're not watching, you know, and the ones that are so old they're not there. They're at home. So he just has no.
What has he done recently? Like, has he drawn attention to himself in a negative
No, it's
light?
all just over.
No, not.
It's over the N-bomb from the years ago.
All over that stupid shit that's old. He's fucked now. Okay.
Yeah,
all these fucking reality TV fuckers. That's why they see him on like the Hogan's, whatever the fuck it was.
No, they
fucking
They just know. They just know this is the guy who said the N-word, and then like he's a bad guy for that. And
you know what? They shouldn't have booed so hard for him if they weren't gonna. They should have chanted "Bull, this is bullshit" or something after the Fiend thing.
Well, they're also
fucking,
again, they're the dude. It's all SJW casuals now. It's all SJW casuals. They're like,
fucking, I know. I'm just.
But also, they're just sick of him. They actually.
I thought maybe. Go ahead.
They're just sick of him too. They're just like, oh, Hogan again. Like, and you got some of the older fans are trolling him. Because they're like, oh, Hogan again, Jesus with Hogan. You know, so they're sick of him, so they're booing him to troll him. And then the younger fans actually are like, he's a racist. So they're booing him.
Wanna say your post shows are my new obsession, rock on gesture.
Oh, thanks, Adam. I know tonight we're a little bit tame because we're fucking dead. But tomorrow night, hopefully, we'll be better. But I appreciate it, man. Welcome to the post shows, man. They get us wet. Check out all the shows I do. I'm live a lot, almost every day. And Patreon, I have tons of bonus content over on Patreon. There's 300 patrons. Get over there. I love you, man. Thanks. You're a beast.
Don't mind if I do. What's my name? Duncachino. It's a whole new game.
Duncachino.
You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Burn this.
In the best member of this CP crew in this community with the biggest member, may I add.
Yeah, we have a lot of cerebral palsy people in this community. But James Mesner has the best working cock of all of them. That's one thing I will say. When he's in his wheelchair, like in 7 different directions because of his cerebral palsy, the one thing I can say is he has the longest cock of any other cerebral palsy sufferer. In the JCS community, and that includes Mikkel. I know people think he's got a big dick, but Mikkel's dick is not as big as you think. Ask his mom, she'll tell you. Thank you very much for that donation, though. Much appreciated. I love you, Jesse. And Jesse J's here.
Donation there.
Veteran of the JCS channel here, Jesse. Found me at WrestleMania 30, just like Jake. Jake was in the hospital when he found us. Now he's better than me as a fucking co-host.
No, I found you at SummerSlam.
Oh, yeah, SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's where I found you, too, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. Is the Daniel Bryan one.
There was no WWE Network. I was home. I had a staph infection at Danny's birthday that year, and I woke up like the day after Danny's birthday with that really, really high fever. And then from there, I was in the hospital all the way past SummerSlam. I was in there for 90 something days. I think it was like 96 days.
Jesus.
And then when they sent me home, I was sent home with vancomycin and an IV pole drip to do it myself, and it just wasn't taking. The infection and fevers and pain came back. So I was in there till like 3 days before Christmas. I made it out. So really, I was in from June till Christmas. But
it's crazy. I think you had told me that, but you were like, as a listener, me and you weren't like friends yet.
No, I wasn't really talking. It was too hard to talk on the YouTube app at that point in time.
No, I mean, I think you emailed me. Did you email me or message me or something?
I emailed you a couple of times, and you reached back. But it was very brief. I was just, like, hey, what's up? I'm stuck here, so if you want to talk kind of thing. And you were cool about it. But, we went back and forth, and that's really where it all stemmed from. And then, like Jesse said, I got to follow the reviews because there was no WWE Network until the year after.
What's my name?
Oh, to be continued.
It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
I've been consuming your concept since I was like 10. Have become F because of you. Just kidding. Love you, Joe.
Yeah, James Mesner is now 18, I think, and he's been watching for 10 years, so... You're right. Or 8 years. 8 years. He's been watching.
Either way,
he's been watching for a long time.
Fuck.
I got a question for both of you right now. If calories and weight, diet, whatever it was, like I know I can't eat right now. I can't hold down food. No matter what I do, it's going to come back up. But if you could have whatever you want, like you could order it, it's going to be at the door, fresh, hot, and ready. What would you want? What would you be your go-to? Any restaurant?
Right now?
It doesn't matter. Where do you go?
Sushi.
You want that would Danny's choice.
It's either
probably.
It's probably sushi or
what kind of sushi
or Mexican. Like it's one of the two, sushi or Mexican.
Sushi rolls, like
I want like sashimi, nigiri, or like just any sushi. I don't care. Like I don't care if it's as long as it's like salmon, white tuna, yellowtail, octopus, whatever is spicy tuna maki, and if it's not that, then I want like a burrito and really hot fucking Mexican shit or quesadillas.
I've got food on the brain today, so as much as I can't eat, it's hitting me. I would go with just Longhorn Steakhouse. I know they're not even like top tier steakhouse, but they always are just so damn good. Get myself a nice filet with mashed potatoes and gravy, and the twice baked potato with loaded everything.
The Longhorn Steakhouse.
And the twice baked macaroni and cheese, the chef's mac and cheese. If you really want to be a fat ass, load it up. Jesse, what about you? What are you eating?
I wish
his
I
mom
had appetite to give a shit.
I can't eat, but you gotta have a little bit of hope.
Like one thing I like that I don't.
The whole chat is joining in right now. Taco Bell,
right.
Jimmy says.
I mean, I don't want anything that I can get like anytime. Like
pussy's
like
a good choice. Pussy's always delicious.
Yeah, go out and it's rare. I like French shit. Like if I've only done that a few times in my life, but I've always liked it. It's usually expensive, and actually I had it cheap once, but it was a really limited menu where like
I want the juice that comes out of your mother.
3 things to pick from, basically. That was it.
I got a very high scholarship to Johnson & Wales from the FCCLA, the Family Career and Community Leaders of America. So I got invited there for the newest Michelin chef to do his cook dine-in presentation for everybody.
Damn.
So you had to show up in like a full suit and it was very prestigious. And he was the most recent Michelin chef. And to get those Michelin stars, it's like next to impossible. Not many people have them. There's 73 people in the world. He was like 72 or 71 at the time. But this gentleman made us a meal that was the best meal I have ever had in my entire life. I could not tell you with the French names of what we ate. God knows it was probably, the fetus of young children, balsamic vinaigrette, and that's why I've never had it again.
So you're a liberal.
It's cannibalism, but I'm telling you guys, you would have died. It was incredible. I could see why this man is a world-renowned elitist chef. What some people can do with food is just unnatural.
What you don't know is you ate baby oils.
Yeah.
That's what it came down
They
to.
peel the skin off first, and they make potato chips out of it. That's what. So
Well, you know, I've been saying this for a long time. I know that at Bohemian Grove, I know that Hillary Clinton ate a baby dick. I'm just gonna say it. She ate a baby's dick.
I apologize if you can't tell. I'm very hungry. I had a distraction.
I'm very hungry.
Listen, the Rhea Ripley and
Roman Reigns is
Asuka
great.
match was good until the ending. It had nothing on the conclusion, you know, of what we saw previously, and it's like,
yeah,
the other women's matches have been a lot better so far. So, Sasha getting destroyed by Bianca with a chair being open, that was stellar. That was an ending. This just kind of fell flat. I don't feel like this was really a stellar ending for Rhea Ripley. And I feel like they're going Rhea Ripley against Charlotte as the next feud.
Yeah,
Rhea will finally beat Charlotte, even though she was supposed to beat her here.
You don't want me to come back, Charlotte? Because I'll beat you in the ring, Charlotte.
You become a shit bomb.
My baby's a Charlotte
He'd
hater.
rather do one long mania than 2 nights. Training.
I would have rather had Mania last night be an extra hour and a half, and you put a couple of these matches on it.
Oh,
yeah,
that would have been actually perfect, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. How long was it last night, Joe?
If last night felt like it was shorter, but like
it felt quick. But
I rewatched
it,
and it was only without. All right, they put some of the rain delay stuff in. It's 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Okay, so with rain delay, without it would have been 3.
Meant contact LOL.
Okay.
Last night felt better,
Wow,
better paced. You know, James Mesner, thank you. Okay, contact.
Things
They were
just
all
flowed
about
better.
15-minute matches. 15,
That was the
18-minute
thing.
matches or whatever.
The timing tonight wasn't even like an egregious issue. It was just the way they had the match flow. So we start off with this super serious yet sloppily comedy introduced Randy Orton match, which then leads to the women's tag titles, which again was supposed to be serious, but it's 2 holes, you know, and everyone's a heel, so who gives a shit about the holes with the heels? And Cole was talking about Baszler, you know, being the legal women, and hey,
Should
he
have
had no
Hogan running
idea.
last night and leg drop both Sasha and Bianca and pose to end the show. Jake, you should call WWE and tell them you had major brain surgery and sit front row with the Make-A-Wish kids at Mania next year. I'm joking, love you, bud.
It's worth the shot.
Yeah.
The vaccine show?
Go there with a Joe Cronin show sign. That's a must.
I guarantee I can get Bullfrog into the Make-A-Wish program for this.
Whoa.
I don't know once he
Shit
got
bomb.
there if he'd be able to get taken through
Bruins
it, but I can
acquire
get him
Taylor
into
Hall
it.
and Curtis Slazer and Sabres acquire
Just
Anders
look.
Bjorken's second-round draft pick. Confirmed by NHL.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped up, D. Welsh. Looks like the Boston Bruins got Taylor Hall. I'm ready to go, baby. We needed to get Taylor Hall after losing 8-1 to your Capitals, you cock.
Yeah, that
Thanks.
was embarrassing. I
I'm
recall
pissed.
that. So,
Thanks, D.
back
Welsh.
inside the ring, Zayn hit the Michinoku driver, and Cole said that it was a Blue Thunder bomb instead of the Michinoku driver.
Yeah.
So people make mistakes like that all the time, but with him, it's fucking constant.
It's every
So he gets
time.
embarrassed.
What's my name? Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
19 Actually not much has changed, just set something up through Twitter when you have time, glad to catch up.
Thank you, brother. I love being on your channel back when you were doing that stuff on that other channel. You know, James was working with some other site, not YouTube, but some smaller time site that was growing, and he invited me on and did an interview with me, and it was fun hanging out with those people. And
I remember that shit.
Yeah, it's too bad that the video site went under, like they lost funding or something. I don't know. It's just too bad because man, we could have used that site now instead.
Yeah, I
of...
was gonna say we need shit like that now. Yeah.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah,
I think there's gonna be more people doing it though. People that have the money to put into it.
That was like 4 years ago.
Some of those.
Might have been 4 years ago that I did that with him. Crazy to think about how far back it was.
Yeah. Well, how do you, if you put something on your website, how the fuck do you have to funnel that through? Videos and such. It's just you just upload them.
Yeah, you can get that done pretty easily and stuff. In fact, on your own website, things are searchable easier then. I can put it behind paywalls. Like Actually, a lot of stuff you can do on the website. I just never want to do it because you got to be on YouTube still.
You become
Oh no, I agree.
a shit bomb.
It's got to be a minute.
Full WM show at noon Sunday indoor arena. Easy fix.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea either, Adam. I think this year they just didn't, they had to plan for this a lot earlier too. So, there's that on top of it. And, the rain, the rain and the misery outside did go along with the whole pirate ship theme and the ocean. Even the video graphics, everything's always a storm. So it's, and, obviously lightning, Tampa Bay. We know why we're being called, we understand this is the weather. This is why the place is known for being this way. That's why they have a hockey team called the Lightning. That's why, we get it. But the Lightning didn't get fucking Taylor Hall, so how about that? But Adam, thank you for all the donations, man. I think we're going to wrap this up because we really got to get up early in the morning, and I really can't function if I don't get at least 5-6 hours of sleep.
No,
really,
I think there's not much else to cut. You can probably talk about the main event more, but you could do that tomorrow for Raws.
I think I'm going to because my head's too cobwebbed right now, and but thank you guys for the donations and Q-Tip and JoJo, top donation tonight, $35. It was a Leah, my wife, moo cow donation, which always turns me on and always turns Jake on, who actually had to run, I think. Tomorrow night is the Monday Night Raw review.
Duncachino? Don't mind if I do.
My God, I have not heard this donation this many times ever.
Oh yeah.
Duncachino.
People don't donate all the other donations much anymore. It's always the $5 one. I don't know.
Blab was the name of the site. I'm still in contact with initial creators Martin Khali, Gonon and Ruinte.
Blab. Oh, Blab. There you go. Blab was the name of the site. Yes.
Good old Blab.
Blab. It was a great idea, and I liked the site. They had interaction that was really good.
There was a few others like that too, but
yeah, they're all gone now.
Who is telling us to get some sleep? Sorry, I had to take off and start, wrenching again. I apologize. Tonight's been a rough day and night, but yeah, I like that Sheamus won. That was probably the only happy moment of the night. Everything else to me didn't have that flair to it, that importance to it. It just, Michael Cole and Big E, or Michael Cole and Corey Graves calling the Big E Apollo Crews match was a terrible decision. They really ruined that.
It was ugly.
Michael Cole and Corey Graves also acting like they've never seen the big guy from Raw Underground, Dabba-Kato or Babatunde or whatever the hell you want to call him before. That was ridiculous. I know Dabba-Kato is Nigerian, so of course he's going to team up with Apollo Crews. It's not a far-fetched thing here. And then, of course, towards the end, Cole went ahead and said that Joe was going to call the match, but really he took over to say the most ridiculous things in the Rhea Ripley match. And after the ring introductions, Cole starts calling the match, and he's like, "Oh, if Edge is at ringside, where he super kicked him as well, we could really go ahead and say that it's all legal in a triple threat." Well, no shit, Sherlock. Thank you for your divine intervention. So he was a real disappointment himself, Michael Cole. But even worse was just the three-man team in general.
Duncachino? Don't mind
I see overall a C for this at 36%.
Oh, man, they keep coming in.
Hell yeah.
Say hello to my chocolate blend.
It's this whole story Martin Shkreli got on the website before he went to jail. Yes, Pi was investigating. They had to shut the website down.
What? That's fucking weird as hell. It's this whole story. What's he talking about, though? I don't know. I'm missing a first part of this. It's this whole story. Oh, Martin Shkreli got on the website before it went to jail.
It's the whole story. Martin Shkreli got on the website before he went to jail.
Before he sold Wu-Tang?
PI was investigating. They had to shut down the website. So while he was already arrested and waiting trial to see if he gets sentenced for jail, he goes on these stupid websites. Wow, what a fucking idiot.
If that's serious?
True, if that's alleged, take it with a grain of salt. I'm sure it is true, but I'm not going to say one way definitive or the other till we have 100% evidence. But that's bad. That has to be admissible in court. That's sloppy. So
that's sloppy seconds, thirds, and fourths. All right, we're gonna get out of here for real, man. Listen, I'd love to stay up, and God knows, we could really talk more about wrestling and keep going. But honestly, I think we're so tired. I don't think we can think of stuff to talk about well anymore because our brains aren't functioning as well. I certainly am not. And on top of that, I mean, I'd love to keep taking donations too and make money and be with you guys and get more subs. And, that would obviously be good for the channel, but I would just be doing a disservice because I'm not at my A game right now. I'm so
the happier
tired.
Joe gets, the sooner he lets me out of the basement for the night.
Yeah, so. I need to let Jake out and swallow my dick. Everybody will see you tomorrow for the Monday Night Raw review. We'll be recharged for that potentially, or be more. Well, I'll either be more dead tomorrow night or recharged. Because you got to think I'm going to work about 11 hours, then come home.
We're going to be recharged because they're going to be teasing big stuff all day, I'm pretty sure.
Well, you think so? I'm worried.
I think so.
I'm worried.
I think it's going to be a big night.
I hope so.
They want people to turn back into the Thunderdome. They don't want people to turn away.
Say hello to my chocolate blend.
What's my name? Duncachino. It's a whole new game, Duncachino. If you want creamy gummy not your friend, say hello to my vanilla blend.
Thank you so much, James Mesner, for... Oh, no, that was Pure Evil. Arushin Chu. Arushin Chu, man. Evil. One of the longest subscribing people to my Twitch ever. Over 3 years on Twitch as a sub.
How long have I been there? Quite a while now.
You're either beating him or you're right behind him. I don't know which one it is, though, to be honest.
Let's see if it shows.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. Corrupted Podcast is back up on audio. If you guys want to hear it, check it out. If you missed it, we had Leah, me, Jake, and Drew. And it's up. Check it out. If you want something to listen to and you didn't hear it earlier, check that out. But that's about it. I've
been subscribed for 18 months.
Okay, so yeah, Rue is beating you, but...
And my next one is in just a few days, the 15th, so 3 days.
It's coming up. I need to play Diablo. I can't even play... I have no time. I can't even fucking play Diablo.
I can do a whole podcast on this with you, G and Bud.
I can do a whole podcast on this with you. I would love to. Let's do it. All right, James, let's do it. We're out of here.
People want you to come on the Unapologetic podcast, but I said, but that's a Jake and Joe podcast.
Yeah, but you're running it.
Yeah, but you can ask questions that you don't usually do together. And
yeah, it'd be like you're running it and you're having me on. Like, it's different. That could work. Because you're running it and you come up with the questions to ask and things. Yeah, I think
it'd
different.
Be exciting to do it that way.
Yeah, dude, it's almost like back when, like, when I would do a show with JB, like, me and him would have really good shows. But sometimes I would call into his show and we would have even better chemistry. Because for some reason, when I'm not the one running the show and JB was the one running the show and all I did was say over-the-top crazy jokes, it was actually pretty goddamn funny. And speaking of that, we're going to go out to some of that tonight as we end the show.
Yeah, baby, because you don't have to focus on anything, and you just go right into it. We got Tax Day and Patriots Day to look forward to. Jimmy says that's the truth.
Well, here you go.
Your taxes done.
My taxes not due till May, thank God, because I owe the government $30,000, and now I owe them $50,000.
Gotta love some extensions, but everybody else, I believe, are still scrambling together.
I'm fucked. Oh,
and they're finding ways to actually take money away from you still on top of what you would have gotten in a return before you even get the return.
Nice. Thanks, government. I mean, it's my fault. I didn't do my taxes the right way, and
if I do finally get the stimulus, $500 goes right to Medicare, and $300 goes towards the psychology treatment that I have to pay for out of pocket.
That's ridiculous.
For the clearance. So literally $800 is gone right away out of $1,400. So if that doesn't come, I'm screwed to pay that. But if it does, over half of it goes immediately to bills.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'd rather have a nurse named Anesthesia that's a Russian guy with a hammer that he calls anesthesia.
I'm thinking about just like divorcing Leah and then getting an apartment and then just getting a job where I work 30 hours a week and I don't do YouTube anymore and I don't do anything else. And I just
gotta marry and impregnate a super Asian black.
No, I want
Native American.
I want welfare and I want food stamps and I want to live in an apartment and I never want to see my family again. And and there you go. All right, we're out of here, guys. Goodbye. Here's JB. Here's me and JB making fun of Drew.
According to our entire audience, apparently the Among Us
Jake
thing
DeMarco,
is now
countdown
a
ended on
staple
Twitter. Hit
every
him up.
Saturday night.
I'm at JCS commentary.
Oh God! I mean, listen,
WrestleMania.
But here's the thing. This energy we have here is still better than that. Even though that was really fun, it was great,
Right.
and it was. I had a lot of fun. But this Saturday now I got to do AEW. So I can't.
Hey,
even
have
do
you
it.
ever thought about just not doing wrestling anymore?
Yeah, but I can't, there's no way I can do it now.
Why?
I don't have. There's nobody to do show. To do. I don't have any. What do I have?
You got Drew.
Oh yeah.
Poor fucking Drew, man. Wow.
That's like telling a homeless man, like a homeless guy's walking by and he's like, oh, and you're like, what? You got air?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Why do I feel bad? Oh man.
Oh my god.
That's so fucked up, bro.
Dadgummit!
Oh god.
Oh boy. Listen, I love.
Drew's not gonna show up, ready?
He's a sweet.
The most goddamn faggy thing you ever seen.
Somebody goes, what if Drew leaves if he hears this? Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The
most goddamn faggy thing you ever seen.
Stop it. Get some help.
Listen, if Drew leaves and I miss him that much, I'll just go on Amazon and buy a punching bag and I'll have him right back. I mean, come on. No, I really do.
God,
I have faith.
Somewhere Guzzy is creaming himself.
Yes, that's so funny.
This is Guzzy right now.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I'm just telling you that, like, this is the crew, man. Like, I want to bring this back eventually. Maybe we will. I don't know. Maybe we won't. Maybe this is the last time I'll ever call. But
I'm sorry, but it's like a homeless person, and you say, "Well, hey, at least you got hair." I can go on Amazon and buy a punching bag. And
dude, the shit that got me is like, oh, what if people say, oh, what if Drew leaves? He's like, yeah. He's just quiet.
No, I go. He goes, what do I got? I go, you got Drew? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm competing with Vince McMahon. He's buying out all my co-hosts.
Let's go! Let's flam! Toilet paper! It was under all the boxes! Leah! Oh my god, I dropped the toilet paper!
All right, everybody, here we are with Tommy NC 2010. I'm Joe Cronin, and of course, me and Tommy are going to watch this porno here and just kind of react to. We're going to react to a porno. It's crazy. Tommy, you ready to do this?
Yes.
All right, Jesus, Tommy, relax. All right, here we go. Whoa! Wow, look at that. Man, she's getting reamed in the butthole. Tommy, what do you think about butt play?
Well, you know, everybody has their own opinions.
This is arousing me. I mean, is this making you hard? Like, is this making you hard at all, Tommy?
It is fucking hard.
Wow. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Hell yeah, Tommy. That's what I like to hear, man. Hey, listen, I mean, is there anybody you want to... I mean, like, when I start watching porn like this, I want to fuck people. I want to fuck Leah, basically. Is there anybody you want to fuck after watching this?
I want to fuck Debbie until cum comes out of her fucking eyeballs.
Holy shit, Tommy! Oh my god, man. Dude, settle down, bro. I'm not gonna beat you. I mean, this is...
What the fuck?
Damn, look at that. Look at her do that. What is that?
I want to fuck...
Jesus Christ, Tommy, relax, bro. You never watched a porn with a guy before? You can't put your dick away.
I want to fuck...
No, dude, Tommy, you gotta calm down, or I can't watch this with you.
Fuck you! I want to fuck...
Oh my god, he's losing his fucking mind.
Sit on a dildo.
No, let's not do that, Tommy. Let's not do that.
I want to bust in on her.
Oh, yeah, I mean, god damn, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't, man? Look at this. Oh. Shit, man. Oh, Tommy, what's the when you're looking at that cock thrusting in there, I mean, what's the one thing that you're thinking about doing right now?
Masturbation.
Well, yeah, me too, man. See, we finally got you to admit it, you know what I mean?
Fuck you!
Tommy, what are you mad about, dude? Why are you getting mad now all of a sudden? You should be happy we're watching this. I mean, what are you jealous of? You're jealous of all the guys that are banging this girl in this porno? Why are you jealous of people in a video?
Everybody just kept pounding it on there.
Well, that they did, Tommy. But anyway, whoa, calm down.
I want to fuck. It is fucking hard.
Tommy, oh my god, stop it! Well, there you have it, folks.
I've had multiple dudes.
Oh, you know how many people still to this day ask me to work with Joe and get back with Joe and do out of nowhere and just do something different. I miss the live aspect. He's the king of that.
I'm playing the clip! Fuck you! Fuck you!
I don't know what the hell. What do you call that? A butcher? So
yeah, there you go.
She's cutting the meat, and then he's like throwing it out to people. I'm like, that's a health violation. There's fucking health violations going on all over the place.
You know, speaking of Kodak Black, though, just to rewind there for a second, you know what they call Sav King is Code Black.
Oh, yeah?
That's what I call him. Code Black, baby.
That's what I used to call it when I thought
The only difference is difference between Kodak Black and I is I can actually rap.
Oh, my God.
It's time to talk wrestling right here on the Joe Cronin Show. And all you shit bums, don't forget to donate in the box below. We all know Joe. You take that money, you buy those hoes, but that's okay because we all still love the Joe Cronin Show anyway.
Riding on Cronin's day. Riding on Cronin's day. Riding on Cronin's day. Riding on Cronin's day. All of you are riding on Cronin's day. Riding on Cronin's day. Even though your own show is shit.
All you dick-riding fucks with your minuscule channels, all you humping Cronin's vids like an army of camels. Sit and copy your shit, make your own monetize this. You got 13 subscribers, now you're starting to twitch. You got the same mic and setup, stop riding his dick. You got the same Skype setup, who you trying to kid? Get your own fucking gimmick, intellectual property. You're trying to pass Joe like he's going Monopoly. You want me making $200, you're getting fucked by the long cock attendance Racket Jones. Come fuck with me, you're taking your take, and you never give it back. Sitting hitting on the same 6 women in the chat.
All of you are riding on Cronin's dick. Riding on Cronin's dick. Even though your own show
I got something to
is
say.
shit.
Chris Peeps is about as real as a spray tan. Face looking like it's grazed by a rape van. You done fucked up, cuck butt, you suck butt, your cunt's bloody, you dumb fuck, and your mom's a slut. And while I'm at it, fuck you leech, motherfuckers. Hope these words leave you shitting in your sheets, motherfuckers. You are corny little bitches, this is beef, motherfuckers. Watch me beat, meat, skeet, skeet, skeet on your mothers. Starting to think Joe Cronin should start charging admission for all the people that are riding on his dick these days. Fuck. Get your own ideas. All of you are riding on Cronin's dick. You are riding Cronin. Even though your own show is shit. Fuck your ass.
Master Luke, stop fucking my ass! Why is Master Luke inserting his cock into my ass, my robotic ass? R2! R2! Don't do that, R2! R2, stop fucking me! What's happening? Good God! Master Luke, stop them! They're fucking my rusty innards!
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys that from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.